I hope that worked because it's not registering my voice, but it also might mean that my computer is using a lot of bandwidth, which it is. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Saul's Rest, Arcastorm. Where last we left our intrepid band of heroes, we found ourselves, they found themselves, having traveled to some strange point in history, they're not exactly sure when, to face down the anomalous creature known as Harrow, after forcing him to think real hard. He sort of flipped out and tried to kill them all, in which case they reciprocated with extreme prejudice.
It
And
was quite harrowing.
it was a very harrowing experience. Anyway, after that, they were then transported to their first time frame. Which at this point they're not exactly sure where they are. They found themselves in the middle of a forest, being confronted by an officious-looking elven woman who asked to see their papers. So, a thing that I definitely should have done off of camera, but I'm going to do it on cam right now because I can. I will remind my players that running away is always an option, and in some cases is encouraged. That said, I need everybody to roll a die 100, please. And I will roll for Anissa.
I got a 44.
Hale got a 43.
Nice.
Lyle got a 96.
Cool. Anissa got a 26.
And Melisandus got an even 70.
Got a 70. Well done. All right. All right. The clock continues to tick. It's going to be a lot of fun when that happens. Anyway, so we're going to pick up where we had left off. So I'm going to jump to... Boop. Oop, I should have moved players first. I'm very silly.
Yes, you are. We love you anyway.
I'm a silly polar bear. Rawr.
Better syllable bear.
Great. Let me just make sure that the stream can see what y'all are seeing. And they can. Excellent. All of the reasons why I need somebody else to run the stream when I'm running a game. So, here we are. You guys are standing there. She asked to see your papers. That is where we ended the last game. So, what do you do?
Did the person ask that in Elven?
Yes.
And I'm blanking. I feel like I asked this last time, but were there any identifying symbols or brooches or simply official symbol of offices on them that I recognized?
Go ahead and make an investigation check. It's not a hard DC.
Okay. Investigation. 25.
Nice. I said it wasn't a hard DC. Jesus, kid.
Hey, tell it to my dice.
As you inspect, kind of take her in from head to toe, you do not recognize the style and mode of dress from anything that you are familiar with. Even the way she speaks, while it is definitely an elven dialect that you are easily able to understand, she spoke with an accent that you did not recognize. And she does appear to have a badge of office kind of on one lapel. It's this little round disc that has what looks like wings, like eagle's wings, kind of up, and then there's a sword that kind of splits the middle. But again, it is not a badge that you are familiar with.
Gotcha. I beg your pardon, but what exactly kind of papers are you looking for?
You see, she kind of arcs an eyebrow at you and addresses you directly. You are responsible for these individuals?
Oh, good heavens, no. I should hope not. But circumstances being what they are, I am unfortunately forced to journey with them for the time being.
Ah, I see. You are a captive then. Very good. She turns and
Oh, fuck.
she says, kill the non-elves, and you see from behind her this kind of foliage that's behind her, this massive plant creature. Let me starts to rise out of the ground.
Oh, no. I know what that is.
Dragon!
Kira knows what that is. Lyle doesn't know what that is. This
Kira actually fought the undead version of this.
Yeah. This baby, is this a river or is this a road? I can't tell.
That is a river.
Okay.
Wait. Not a plant dragon. A drake. A mandrake.
Oh no.
Since mandrake is actually a plant, since mandrake is actually a plant, this is referred to as a wormwood, which you also named.
Oh shit! Really? I remember that.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I fully went to you for names for this creature like 2 years ago.
I remember
when Kira
now.
was about to fight the undead version of it. Yeah.
And that's referred to
you.
as a perennial wormwood.
Oh, I remember. Yeah,
Fucked.
that one is better. Good job, past me.
Well done, past Kit.
Yeah. Did Past Kit also come up with like the attacks and stuff? Because if so, Past Kit was an asshole.
No, past Kit did
Nope,
not
I was just the name.
stuff. He just
Okay.
came up with it. That was all me. I'm the asshole.
Well, yes, I know.
So, this thing starts to rise up out of the ground. I would like everybody to make a nature check, if you would.
Not too bad.
I would say Chapel, Hale, and Melisandus can actually roll this with advantage.
Lyle rolled a
Ooh.
dirty 20.
Nice.
Hale with a
Uh,
+0 has an odd 19.
Went with
Chapel-
advantage. Melisandus has a 24.
Chapel with advantage also got a 19.
Okay. So all of you do recognize, to some degree or another, that this is a plant creature known as a wormwood. Honestly, you all made the check, so I'm going to just dispense this information. You all kind of know it. Wormwood were originally basically just animated topiaries that wealthy people would hire druids to put into their gardens to kind of act as an extra layer of protection. But then the druids started sort of experimenting with it and cultivating it, and they recognized the potential for having basically a plant dragon. The trick is that they take a really, really long time to cultivate. So it's usually only the very long-lived races that have the capability of putting in the time and effort to cultivate a creature of this nature. Given the size of this particular creature, you recognize that this is one of the oldest ones that you have ever heard of. I will throw this out there. Kit, having been born and raised in elven society, to your knowledge, this phenomenon was relatively new. There would have
Gotcha.
not been any of these creatures of this size at the
All
time
right.
that you came from.
So we are at least significantly after my timeline.
Correct.
Got it.
The creature lets out a roar. I need everybody to go ahead and let me know I need a wisdom saving throw from everybody.
Is it against being poisoned or to maintain a spell?
It is fully against fear.
I got a nat 1.
Okay. You fail.
I got a 6.
Hale got a 23.
Okay.
Melisandre's got a 14.
All right. Everybody. Oh, I should. Anissa's just gonna go with whatever you guys do until Jess actually gets here to play her, because I'm not gonna fuck with it. Everybody but Hale is going to fail that check. You now have the frightened condition. So I'm gonna one by one before I call for the next thing. Are you going to stand and fight, or are you going to run? He said, reminding you of the thing that he said earlier today.
Well, okay. All right. So I failed the check. I'm actually going to use one of my features, Chronal Shift, and I'm going to try to re-roll that saving throw.
Okay.
I've already failed. Can't be worse. 21.
Okay. You will tap into the flow of time and twitch the threads a little bit, and you succeed.
Beautiful. Well, since she said to kill everyone but me, I'm going to stick around and I'm going to try to defuse the situation.
I will also point out that Hale is an elf, basically, as far as his entire appearance is concerned.
I understand.
So, having not failed the save,
The two who didn't fail are both the elves.
as someone who did not fail the save, I think Hale, feeling confident that he is not in the targeted group, is going to also stay and try to defuse the situation.
I would like everybody to roll initiative.
That was almost good.
I don't like what this portends, because I'm getting all of my good rolls out early. I got a nat 20 on initiative, which feels like a waste.
So, just as I'm watching you put the turn orders in Roll20, you can just drag and highlight a whole bunch of tokens, and then click Add Turn, and it'll put them all in.
Can you? That's
Yep.
good to know.
Yep. Just to save you some work in the future.
Noted. I'm almost done, so I'm just gonna roll with it.
Yeah, I didn't think it would be useful this time, but for next time.
Oh my. Okay.
Oops, I can do this. Is everybody in?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I should pull. This one. Come on. There we go. All right. So you see the creature rear up, roar. You feel the ripples of fear emanating from Lyle and Chapel. And we start with the top of the round with Melisandre's.
All right, Melisandre's is going to do his best to kind of look as nonplussed as possible and just say, my apologies once again. It seems I was not as clear as I should have been. I am not their captive. We are simply all being forced to travel together for the time being. I am quite free.
She turns to look at you with a slight smile on her face and says, "That is precisely what somebody who's being held captive would say." Go ahead and make an insight check.
Could Hale make an insight check as well?
Absolutely. If you speak Elven, you can make an insight check.
All right.
Ooh, that is a 9.
Okay.
Can I default to my passive insight?
We are technically in combat, so no.
22?
22. Hale, you get the overall impression that she kind of doesn't care. And regardless of any diffusion that you may attempt, she is going to let things play out.
Okay. It's not my turn, so I can't do anything.
So, Melisandus, do you do anything else?
For the time being... Yes, actually. He's just going to kind of, after that, mutter, "Oh, for the dragon's sake." And then he's going to try to cast Slow on the Wormwood.
Okay.
Which is a... Oh, actually, I can alter that time up to 6 creatures of my choice in a 40-foot cube. So I'm going to try to cast Slow on both the Wormwood and the Elf.
Okay. What's
and
the
they
save?
have to make Wisdom saving throws.
Thank you. Oops. All right, the Wormwood had a 13.
It will fail.
She has a 21.
She will succeed.
Okay. And actually... Sorry, new class that I'm not familiar with, who dis? Rather than let that slow spell go, she's going to counterspell. Did you cast that at the second level that slow is?
Slow is a 3rd level.
Okay, so did you cast that at 3rd level then?
I do not have any higher level spell slots, so yes.
Okay, so she counters it. So you go to cast Dragon's Sake, and you go to cast the spell, and she counters, and she goes, he's under their control! Kill them all!
Bollocks. Alright, well, I guess that's going to be Melisandus' turn.
You have movement, he said pointedly.
Yeah. He's going to stay where he is anyway.
Okay. Hale, it is your turn.
She will not be dissuaded. I recommend we run. At which point, Hale grabs Mal, because Hale knows that Mal loves that nickname, and takes a can he, like, if I take a double dash action and like drag him with, assuming he's willing, and like move my full speed, you know what I mean?
Let me ask this question. Melisandus, are you willing?
I'm willing to roll a poison check.
He probably wouldn't, like, resist it, but he probably wouldn't also be like, okay, this is what we're doing, and actively help.
All right. Given that, we'll leave whether or not you can do a full move. Well, what's your strength, first and foremost?
Strength is 14.
Okay. Go ahead and make a strength, just a straight strength check, please.
Okay. Total of 20.
Okay. Yeah, you are able to move and dash without hindrance.
Even while bringing him with me?
Yeah.
All right, we move 70 feet away.
If you were actively resisting you, I would say you'd be at half move, but...
So I'm gonna be running like basically off where the map is.
All I need to know is that you are in fact running.
Yeah.
All right. Then after that, we have Chapel.
Just saying. Feel it needs to be said a little bit.
Fuck this guy.
That's fair.
As a bonus action, Chapel is going to tell Vigil to protect Melisandus.
Okay. Vigil will, on their turn, move to follow Hale and Melisandus.
And just to let you know, I kind of redid it because I see the elf guys. Technically, Vigil should go right after me, just as far as
Oh. Gotcha.
it. At any rate, I didn't realize we both put 001 for the. So yeah. At any rate, well, if everybody's been telling us we need to move, then I'm gonna go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He ordered the thing to kill us, right?
She did.
She did. My apologies.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, as we are moving, I'm gonna, because I don't want to get too far ahead of the group now.
Again, all I really need to know is, are you running?
Yeah, I'm running.
Vigil, we said, follows after Melisandus. She gets to go before y'all get too far ahead of her. What terrible thing is she going to try to do to you?
Guess I can. If we're all moving as a thing.
We'll do this. Let me find it again. There we go. I need, I guess, Lyle, odd, or even.
Even is good for me.
Even is good for you. All right, here we go. Even is good for you. She targets Anissa.
Oh, question. If we're frightened, do we try to roll at the end of our turn then?
We'll get to that in a minute.
Fair enough.
Okay, Anissa is able to resist. She casts a spell on Anissa. Anissa wills her way through it. She just kind of lazily grins. I guess, Lyle, are you going to run?
Yes, Lyle will. Ugh, Lyle is not pleased. I imagine, just for flavor, and I don't know, because you created this race, I imagine that being descended from, like, wolf people, that his incisors are just a little canine, like a little more canine than human.
Sure, yeah. Absolutely.
And so he's gonna fully, like, bare his teeth at her and, like...
Then turn and book it.
And growl at her and just, oh, he's not happy, but he'll book it. And they'll book it. And I've got a 40-foot move speed.
Got it. All right. I very much apologize. I have to use the bathroom. I am not going to go off stream. Kit, why don't you shill for your stream, and then Brian, can you shill for Epic Realms?
Absolutely.
I'll be back.
Sure. So I am Kit, the seven-tail fox, Tale, like the story, because that's what we like to collect on the stream. We do a number of different kinds of games. Really, the biggest goal for the games we play is something that either has a really good story or something that we can make our own story in. So feel free to come by. We got chill, cozy vibes. Always fun to have as many people as we can, chatting, having a good time. We'd love to have you there to share a story.
And you can throw virtual things at him, too.
Don't tell them that.
Well, I'm just saying.
That sounds like fun.
It's kind of fun, yeah. It's entertaining on several levels. There's several tiers of entertainment.
Epic Realms even found out yesterday that you can throw things at me just by cheering bits. There were so many things thrown at my head.
It's beautiful. We also a friend of ours and dear to our hearts and a fellow streamer as well by the name of Epic_Realms is going to be hosting a, what do you say, like 15-hour subathon tomorrow.
Well, this will be in the past once this actually goes live on Twitch.
Oh, okay. Well, it's happening on October 9th, so depending on when you watch this, there you go. But Epic_Realms, he does all sorts of things. He does podcasts where he interviews authors and authors, comic book artists, some movie and television actors,
game designers
for like board game RPGs, and a host. He also does some stream raiders. Does some video games. He kind of really role-playing games. We have a couple of different role-playing games that we do on typically alternating weeks. So he really does kind of run the gambit of pretty much all sorts of stuff to stream, and we would be, we're all good friends with him, and definitely want to support him. Admittedly, by the time you see this, it will probably be past October 9th. But October 9th, feel free to watch the video. How about that? The VOD of him doing the one-chip challenge. The crazy ghost habanero, whatever, nuclear-powered tortilla chip that is bound to melt his face off, because that is the accumulation of the or the climax, as it were, of the subathon is him digging into that chip and then probably suffering in the bowels of hell.
We've been spending channel points for his training and making him eat hot, but not quite as hot as that chips. And if his reaction from that is anything to go by, it should be a good time.
Poor guy's going to be miserable, which, from the Schadenfreude aspect, well, there you go.
Which is fully the reason why he's doing it at the end of the stream, and then he took Monday off.
Right.
Pretty much.
One chip challenge, it's intense, not as bad as actually eating a Carolina Reaper itself, though. So
I'm sure.
But yeah. It's not. He is going to suffer, and it's going to be glorious to watch.
At any rate, well, by this point, he has suffered. He, in fact, spontaneously combusted right there on the spot.
Well, but again, you can go back and watch it in vivid detail in the VOD. You can
watch him spontaneously combust on camera. His wife had to come in and shut off everything. It's a whole thing.
Just throwing it out there. Anyway.
We are broadcasting from the past, so who fucking knows? All right, I apologize for that, everybody. That desperate need to pee snuck up on me, so I figured before we get into anything else, I should take care of that. Right, so first and foremost, I'm going to bump you over to the other map. Firstly, I need everybody to roll. I need Melisandus to roll.
Oh, that's pretty.
Yeah.
What a
Schmoopsy,
wonderful
check
place
your
to die.
check your hangouts.
Oh, okay.
Just it's specifically
Uh,
for you. So, at any rate, so I need
Wait.
I need
I don't see anything in Hangouts.
it's actually in the Arcastorm Hangouts chat.
Is it?
Yes. Because I'm looking at it right now.
It's not showing up for me for some reason.
I'm going to copy and paste it and put it in the Zoom chat.
Oh, no. Okay. No. Now I see.
Okay.
Yes. Okay.
Figured
Cool.
that was important
Got
for
it.
you to be aware of.
I appreciate that. Yes.
No problem.
Good heads up.
Anyway, so I need we're going to start at the top of the round. Everybody did have a turn. Let's start with everybody go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw against the fear effect of the wormwood. Who hasn't already?
Got a 19 this time around.
Okay. You succeed.
Good. 16 for Lyle, so I'm sure I fail.
With a 16, you just make it.
Ooh, excellent.
I'm not cruel. That is not an elder wormwood. It is just an adult wormwood. All right. Melisandus, I need you to roll me a d10, if you would. Please and thank you.
A D10 can do. That's a D10. 3.
3, 1, 2, 3.
Number of licks it takes to get to the center of a Tootsie Roll Pop if you are an owl.
Fuck. Forgot about this one. So you guys turn and you start running into the forest, right? We are going to enter what, for those of you who are familiar with Pathfinder, is a chase sequence. The way this is going to work is you are going to run into a series of encounters that are going to have skill challenges attached to them. And they don't necessarily have to be skill challenges. They can also be attacks. They can be spells, whatever. I'm going to pose each scenario to each of your characters. And if you're going to tell me how you're bypassing each particular encounter. I have suggested things that you can roll if you can't think of anything, but otherwise I welcome you to be as inventive or not inventive as you wish to be for each particular scenario. Once you bypass that, you then move on to the next tile. Whoever moves on first gets to determine what the next tile is with a d10 roll. So I would like everybody on Roll20 to put yourselves on that first tile. It's on the top kind of right-hand side of the page.
And our tokens are in the bottom left of the screen.
Yes.
I was mainly saying that for those that weren't finding their tokens right away.
Nope, all good.
Like myself. Mainly saying it for me, man.
I appreciate it because I had a hell of a time finding my token.
Perfectly fair. So you guys are running through this woods, and you hear the wormwood behind you as it takes off from its landed position and starts to kind of flap and move towards you. You do note that it doesn't seem to break above the tree line. It seems to be kind of wending its way through the trees. Despite its incredible size, it does seem to have a preternatural ability to kind of move through the foliage at speed. The magical fear effect is certainly worn off, but the threat of the creature still very much remains. Melisandus, as the group of you are running on ahead, you see just off to one side You see a nude human, a naked human man, standing there, having apparently just kind of come out of the trees into near your path, kind of holding his hands in front of his delicate bits, as he's kind of curiously observing the group of you. And as you get within earshot, you hear him yell, hey, can you direct me to the nearest tavern? I'm a little lost." Melisandus, what do you do?
I mean, is he just kind of like off to the side, or is he like blocking our
He's
path?
fully not in your way.
I mean, if he's not in the way, then I just keep going.
Okay. Sounds good. You move on. Do me a favor. Well, we'll see what happens next year. So you move yourself. Fuck it. Roll. I need to be clear on my own fucking rules. Roll me another d10, please.
Okay.
If you get a 3, re-roll it, please.
7.
Okay.
Can I make a slight addendum to that?
Sure.
As I'm running by, you hear this dun 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 dun, and I go, "Come with me if you want to live," and then I keep running.
Yes.
Well, we're going to move on to Hale. I'm sorry. Melisandus, go ahead and move yourself over to the next panel. We'll get to that in a second.
As far as I know,
Okie dokie.
the dragon will eat him too.
Hale, you see and hear this. Do you do anything?
Hale's going to keep running, but is going to yell out to the individual, I believe it's that way, and points in a random direction that is away from our path, because the dragon is chasing us, and away from the dragon itself. So kind of like the dragon is kind of coming after us, so I kind of point him perpendicular to that.
Make a deception roll, if you would.
Sure. 18 total.
Okay. He goes, "Right, thanks," and runs off in that direction.
Great. So long as he is away from the dragon, and because we're definitely the target. Yeah. So I think Hale is going to then take his double movement and keep on running. So I'll place myself over at the other place.
As that particular hazard has passed, you guys are able to just move on to the next thing. So everybody else go ahead and move over. We are going to pick up in initiative from there, though.
Are we doing the same initiative?
No, we're going to pick up exactly where we were.
Because on the new map, we don't have initiative listed.
Oh, I do.
Oh, never mind.
So, Chapel, you are next. You move on. You kind of like have that quip in mind as you see the guy's like, "Right," and he turns and runs off. You're like, "Oh man, that would have been cool." But as you approach the next, kind of move through the trees, and you come upon the very obvious path that you're heading, which is really just kind of a straight line away.
Sure.
You see this massive, as you kind of come through a series of trees, you see this massive tree blocking your path. You recognize that kind of on either side of it, like you could go through, but it would significantly slow you down. What do you want to do?
That is a great question. How big is the tree?
It is like you can't get the extent of how tall it is because again it's kind of horizontal on the ground. It is up, resting across your path. It's probably about 8 feet in diameter, so it's sitting about 8 feet above the ground.
Okay. So I hear this is going to be a loaded question, but is the tree considered a creature?
The tree is not considered a creature. It is, in fact, dead at this point. Although it very much depends on what you want to do.
Well, I was just looking at maybe a spell I could use to, if it's considered a creature, that I could potentially use to move it, but that's fine. It was grasping at straws anyway, to be quite honest.
Sure.
It was not a. It looks like a dead tree.
Yes.
God, I don't know what to do.
You could just up and over. You can see if there's a way to get under. Like you can.
You know what? I'm gonna do. I'm gonna cast. Yeah, I'm gonna cast catapult.
Okay.
To fling an object at the dead tree, in hopes of trying to break it down enough that it's not as.
Okay.
Not as solidly in our way. And
make a spell attack. I believe that's how that works.
Got a 13 to hit the tree.
Yeah, you're going to hit the tree. Go ahead and roll damage.
And I believe I can do this at a second level, and I feel that... no, I'm going to do... Well, yeah, I'm going to do it at second level just so I... Wow, that's a crappy roll. Oh, that is a painfully crappy roll. 6 damage.
Okay. You launch.
As
you're running along, you kind of reach down. You scoop up a rock, and you just kind of hold it in the direction of the tree, and it shoots forward from your hand, kind of impacting on the tree. But you seem to hit like a particularly dense spot, and it seems to kind of carome off in a direction without doing any appreciable damage.
Okay. Then I guess I will run round.
Okay. Then you can move yourself. Where are you? Oh, there you are. Oops, I'm on the wrong layer. You are actually where you're at is good. So you did not pass the check, so you are stuck there for one more turn.
Okay.
So after you, I am for sure on the wrong tab. For the purposes of this, we're just going to say that Vigil is moving with you.
Yeah.
So I'm going to just put that for my own benefit. Lyle. Not Lyle.
Yeah.
Hang on. All right. Yes, Lyle, go ahead.
Okay, so this dead tree is blocking our path.
Yes. It is
if
a very
we move,
large, dead, fallen tree.
It's a fallen tree. Okay.
Yes.
Going around it is going to take too much time.
I mean, it's doable. It's just not. It'll slow you down.
I, as a Cadoran, I have very acute vision in addition to my magic nose. So I'm going to look for probably a way under it to see if there's like a gap that we can get through.
All right, make a perception check.
Mm-hmm. Which I get at advantage because I am amazing. That's going to be a natural 20. 2 natural 20s, I shit you not.
That's a 1 in 400 chance there. I love that.
So that's a
I
total
love
of
that for
25.
you.
I love that for me too. So 25
okay.
on my perception check.
25 on your perception check. Yeah, you see a relatively easy way to, like, you kind of jump, move down as you're moving forward. You kind of get down closer to the ground, and you spot there's actually kind of a depression under one part of the tree. Maybe some animal at some point had kind of dug their way under rather than going over. See, like, it's overgrown a little bit, so it's not readily seen. But with your keen wolfy senses, you are able to pick up that it's there. And yeah, you're able to very easily scooch underneath. Go ahead.
Yep.
You know what? You spotted it. You're able to move underneath. Anybody else, as you who's after Lyle, you see as they
Lyle will shout to the group, "There's a gap. Follow me." And then we'll double move.
There you go. So go ahead and roll me a d10 if you would, Lyle.
Yeah.
If you roll a d10, re-roll 3s and 7s.
It's a 2.
Is a 2. Where's my 2? Okay. Sorry, I was having a good time coming up with these the other day, so if you hear me laughing, that's why.
Oh, that's not ominous at all.
Most of them aren't actually ominous. Some of them are. Most of them aren't. All right, so go ahead, Lyle, and move yourself to the far left portion of this particular tile.
Oh, this doesn't look scary.
And we'll get back to you when we come around the horn. All right, so that was Lyle. You hear behind you the dragon seems to be occupying the space where the bard had been before. Lyle just went. Melisandus. You see the opening through which Lyle has very deftly crawled. If you wish to go the same way, you may do so. There will be a check involving I would say either acrobatics or athletics.
And this was basically to get past a very large downed tree.
Yes.
To make it through the gap that's kind of overgrown and gross.
Lyle had spotted a gap kind of going underneath the tree that was kind of hidden by some foliage. Now you see where Lyle went, and Lyle like shouted, "Hey, there's a way under here," and very deftly kind of scooted underneath in that way that dogs can somehow get under fences through gaps that they have no business being able to get through. For a non-Kadoran human or elf in this particular instance, there will be a check. So,
Lyle takes offense to being compared to a dog.
What's that?
Lyle takes offense to being compared to a dog.
Lyle's descended from wolf people, and I was making an analogy. Shush.
Am I able to see kind of like the solid flat ground on the other side of this downed tree?
Not from your vantage point. If you wanted to,
but like if I crouch down and poke my head through the hole, like can I see the other side?
Yeah,
there?
you can do that.
Okay, I will do that and cast Misty Step.
I figured that was where it was going.
Crawling through there seems entirely too undignified.
It's just entirely too. You might get your robes caught. It's no good for anything. Yeah, so you see, but like the rest of you still on this side, see Melisandus kind of dip his head under a little bit and go, "Oh, I got this," and just wave a hand. And...
Wait. No,
sorry, go ahead.
Even better. I'm just going to cast Fly.
Okay, that works too. Yeah, you fly over the thing. Are you going to maintain kind of a height?
I'll probably go just high enough to clear the tree and then get back down so that I'm at ground level, but just floating above the ground.
Okay, that works for me. Go ahead and move yourself to the back half of the next tile.
Okay.
Then we have Hale.
Hale's gonna scooch his tuchus beneath the thing.
Make an acrobatics or athletics check, please.
Go with athletics.
Seems like a plan.
We got a total of a 22.
Oh yeah, you run forward, and even in the armor that you're wearing, you sort of just, again, to use an analogy, you sort of baseball slide into the ground, but you kind of do like that. Uh, you're young. Did you ever play on the fucking slip and slides when you were a kid, or is that just
Oh
my
yeah.
generation?
No, I
Okay,
did that.
so you kind of do that slip and slide thing where you kind of slip underneath, but there's that like bump at the end, and you kind of shoot yourself up, and you almost kind of manage, like, you don't land on your feet, but you manage to land on all fours and are able to kind of keep moving without slowing down.
Nice.
Go ahead and move yourself over to the next tile, back half, please. We're back to chapel.
All right, I guess I'll attempt to go down the hole.
Okay, acrobatics or athletics, if you would.
Chapel go down the hole.
Oh. You don't push the button. I push the button.
Sorry, my brain suddenly went to that Animaniacs bit.
7.
That was fucking Tiny Toons.
Was it?
It was. It was Plucky Duck when they did the baby Tiny Toons.
Oh my god.
It was this whole bit with the elevator. It was like flushing things down the toilet and then an elevator. It was just
Yes.
a thing. Yeah, no, like
Oh,
that
you're
goes
right.
back to like the late early 90s. Yeah, that's fucked up.
Whoa.
Chapel. I assume that 7 is your delightful roll there. Okay, Chapel, as you kind of go to dive underneath, you sort of misjudge. You misjudge the distance. Lyle had gone over a little bit more to the left, and you kind of stayed a little bit more to the right. So the area, like, there's still a place you can kind of go under there, but it's a lot smaller, and you kind of get your armor plating on your shoulder wedged underneath. You do lose another turn there.
Yeah.
All right. The dragon hesitated. Let me just roll something real quick for the dragon. Nope. There. Okay. By some sheer moment of luck, the dragon seems to be, the wormwood seems to be a little distracted by the trail of the naked man, as he seems to kind of, they seem kind of like to briefly start to head off in that direction. For a moment, you guys think you might be in the clear, and then it kind of readjusts and heads back in your direction. It's still back a little ways, but it's definitely still coming. All right, Lyle. Here's what you see before you. This murky pond lies directly in your path. It is quite wide, and the foliage kind of moves up right up to the edge of it. You see the trees kind of lining the edge of it are all kind of like they're alive, but they're sort of gnarled and kind of nasty looking. Even as you're standing there, the pool starts to bubble, and you really can't see an apparent source. What do you do?
I sniff the air.
Okay, go ahead and make a perception check, if you would. Since you are schmelling, you can smell with advantage.
It's a 13. I'm smelling for, like, if I'm not getting much information on a 13. With it bubbling, I'm looking for like a sulfur smell or something that would indicate that, like, it fucking started boiling, so don't go in it. Or do I feel like heat coming off of it since I'm right there?
Hang on 1 second. We had our Anissa show up, so I'm going to pop out and make sure that everybody's in the right spot on the stream.
Hi, Anissa.
Okay, everybody's
Hello.
Hi.
Glad to have you here.
I'm glad to be here.
Are you all kung fu'd out?
I am kung fu'd out. My legs are sore.
Yes. All right. Lyle, give me one more second as I get Anissa kind of on the map and squared away.
Oh, sorry, my camera's going to go wonky as I fix it to actually be like in front of me versus like to the side of me. Apparently it's just going to be crooked. I'll just accept that.
That's fair. Anissa, would you, when you have an opportunity, just roll initiative for me, please?
Okay. Sorry, I'm still pulling up my character stuff.
No, you're good. We'll jump back to you after you roll your initiative. All right. So Lyle, with a 13, you don't smell sulfur specifically, but what you do smell is that kind of tangy, acrid chemical smell that goes along with some of the alchemical reagents and whatnot that you've encountered in your life. You're not 100% sure, but this looks like it might have been the recipient of some of those chemicals at some point, maybe a fair number of them, and it seems to have done some shit to this pond.
Is there any heat coming off of it that it feels like it would be boiling?
No, there's no heat coming off of it.
Okay. There's like living trees around it?
The trees around it are living, but they're kind of like gnarled and misshapen and mutated.
Oh, so they're like alive trees instead of like the dead tree, but they're not like living tree people.
Yeah, they're not living tree people. They're just trees that are alive.
Trees that are alive, but not in a weird way.
Yes.
Not in a, I'm going to come to life and try to eat you. Okay. Theoretically. How big across is this pond?
It appears to be about 15 feet across.
What are the jump rules?
The jump rules are if you can get a 10-foot running start, you can clear a number of feet equal to your ability, your strength score, not your modifier, your score.
Ooh.
Oh, I'm just shy because I've got a 12. Okay. I don't like the look of this pond. It's pretty creepy. I am going to... Oh, I have a thing I can do. Oh, hang on.
Yay things.
I move up to the edge.
Okay.
I use my bonus action to manifest an echo across the pond.
Okay.
And because I would require another bonus action to teleport, I am going to, like, do I see any living material
In the pond or around the pond?
around the pond?
Yeah, there's trees, there's foliage, there's that sort of thing. Again, they're just kind of really janky looking.
Do I see any... Oh my god, this is awful. Do I see any animals?
No, you do not see any animals.
Okay. I am going to do something super gross.
Okay.
I'm not licking it.
It's probably for the best.
But what I am going to do is just take my sword,
Mm-hmm.
one of my swords, and just slice a little bit of skin off.
Okay, like an
And-
create your own little abscess. That's fun.
and drop it in the water
Okay.
and see what happens.
You drop it in the water, and at first it's like it hits the water and it slowly starts to kind of partly sink, but just kind of sit there for a second, and then it almost at the end of your 6-second turn, it starts to like sizzle and smoke.
Don't go in the water unless you want to be sautéed.
All right.
I say. That'll be the end of my turn.
I'm gonna catch you up real quick.
Yeah.
So what had happened was you guys had appeared. You guys had appeared in a forest. There was an elf lady that was asking for your papers in Elvish.
Oh yeah.
Melisandus was like, what kind of papers are you looking for? She's like, your identification papers. Are you responsible for these people? He's like, no, I'm kind of forced to be with them. She's like, you're a captive. And then she summons a giant fucking plant dragon and says, basically, free the elf. The elves, because Hale is elf looking. You see Melisandus then was like, whoa, hold on, that's not what I meant. It became very clear that she didn't give a fuck. And now you are running away from a giant fucking plant monster and trying to get out.
Oh, that's great.
So you were bringing up the rear. You ran afoul of. You ran into a nude human who was looking for directions. Hale gave him directions. And then
we had time while running to do this.
He literally just went. Because the guy was naked, and he was like, hey, where's the nearest inn? I'm a little lost. And Hale literally just pointed in a direction that was away from the path of the oncoming dragon and goes, that way. And the guy's like, great, thanks, and runs off.
I really hope there's an inn somewhere within like a mile for that poor man.
Actually, that is a good point. Hale, roll me a luck check. Just a d20. If you roll high, you are lucky. If you roll low, he is lucky. And if you roll low, he is unlucky.
All right. This is probably the most important roll of the whole game, everyone.
Yeah, no
Yep.
pressure.
Thinking positive thoughts.
I am wasting all of my good rolls on shit that actually doesn't matter. I got a nat 20 on that.
You saved!
Spite me in the ass!
Go, naked man!
You saved the naked man!
Save the naked man!
You saved the naked... For the record, he was a bard. You saved the naked bard.
The tales he will tell.
The tales he will tell.
Luck.
The stranger he met in the forest.
I pointed a random direction, and that happened to be the right way.
It just happened.
And
that
you
there
saved
was
his life.
A tavern in that direction.
And you saved his life for not getting nerf attacked by the plant monster. Like,
Indeed.
so many positives.
Yep.
Yay,
Oh,
Hale.
You sent him to the nearby tavern where everybody else is constantly buying the rounds, so he doesn't even need money to drink.
Oh, that thing's pretty. Too bad it wants to kill us.
Yeah.
Is that the thing?
Oh,
That is the thing.
it is the thing. And
Well,
it has a name.
The thing has a name, like it introduced itself before it tried to gank us, or
Well, no, the
What
type
it
of thing it
is.
is has a name.
Oh,
It is called
No.
a wormwood.
a wormwood. Oh, that
A
seems
wormwood.
appropriate.
And,
At some point when
Schmoopsy
we're
is very
running-
proud of Schmoopsy is very proud of this because he came up with the name like 2 years ago. So,
Owie! You're biting me. I'm
all right,
opposed
so,
to this.
Anissa, because I'm gonna try to wrap up a little before our time, 4:00. I have no idea what time people are streaming because Phoenix needs to go to a soccer game. So we're gonna try
Okay.
to stay focused here. Anissa,
Really fast, I will say
Yes.
to Melisandus while we're running, could you please suffer us more gracefully next time? And then now you tell me what I'm doing.
that's fair. Up ahead, there is a large fallen tree. It looks like Lyle found a way to kind of go underneath it and shouted at everybody, "Hey, there's a way under." Lyle got through without a problem. Hale got through and made it look easy. Melisandus got up there and was like, I'm not going to sully myself by getting on the ground, and like flew up and over. And then Chapel was like running forward and kind of wedged himself underneath. So the way through underneath is actually blocked by a Warforged right now. What do you do?
This is like Pooh Bear stuck in Rabbit's hole
kinda,
kind of
kinda.
situation.
And you don't have a number of days to wait for him to lose honey weight.
I mean,
Well,
I've got 3 words for you. 4 words for you. Flying double heel kick. Just saying.
I'm
It could be
not
a
a.
thing.
If
I'm not a
only
monk.
Rabbit had come up with that in the book, there would have been.
Should I
less to
decorate his butt? Little
Decorate.
table, atlas. No, okay. Not helpful to the situation. Got it.
I mean, maybe you could convince the wormwood that's following that it's not chapel and it's just decoration.
It's
just
art.
a
alone.
table in the middle of the woods. It's fine.
Well, no, I'd
like,
make it look like plenty art. I'm not doing that. I don't have time for that shit.
It's like PETA in the Hunger Games.
Yes, totally.
You
Yes.
definitely have that kind of time. It's definitely not directly behind you.
It's definitely not like a 1-round action thing. Like, I got like 3 minutes to like fluff him up, right?
And if you were a changeling, we might be having this discussion, but you're not. So what do you do?
I don't have
Quotes
to
out
be
of
changeling
context.
to do that. Okay, so I need to get Chapel unstuck from the hole, right? Like, this is what needs to happen. Like, otherwise,
Super.
Chapel's
That
dead.
is, I
And
will say-
preferably through the hole.
And
he's
through the hole.
not necessarily like stuck. He
Okay.
just got caught and is unable to move forward in this moment.
Okay, so like I potentially could like come up, figure out what's catching him, cut that shit out of there, and he'd be free the next moment.
Yes.
kinda thing?
In doing so, you would basically lose that momentum forward, but you could do that.
But I would, yeah, okay. I'm gonna go figure out what the shit is that Chapel got hooked up on.
Okay. Go ahead and make an investigation check, please.
Oh, good. She's so great at that. Nat 1 plus 0.
So you. God, this is the worst.
Hey, Hale,
So you
could
crawl,
I have your 20, please?
you get down on the ground and you like belly crawl
Sorry.
forward and you start to go like underneath, but then like fully the
I'm now
bottom of the
stuck.
tree gets like
Yeah.
tangled in your hair.
Yeah, that
and
intricate
you're like,
brave thing.
Oh god, and then you realize it's not just like tree bits in there, but there's also like cobwebs and there's probably beetles and like you're a pretty tough, paladin badass chick, but also bugs
But it
in
still
your
feels
hair
icky.
isn't good for anybody. So you're like,
Mhm.
oh god. It's like, I don't care how badass you are. A beetle crawling around in your hair is no good.
Hair, neck region, those little
Yeah,
grippy
nope.
feet. Oh yeah, so I totally came in and rocking this game, guys. I am
You're coming in hot, Jess. You're doing great. That's all right. It's fine. Everything's fine.
That's my round. I think
your
that's all I
round.
got.
Melisandus.
I don't think I even have a bonus action to just look embarrassed.
Well, Melisandus definitely doesn't want to leave Chapel behind. Chapel has been trying to look out for Melisandus and kind of is himself a marvel of magical technology. So
You
he's
also
going to be
see-
spending.
You also see Vigil looking expectantly up at you, but also kind of like looking over his shoulder at Chapel, who's wedged under there.
I don't at the moment really have many spells that would help, so he's just going to kind of like try to bend over and pull him through if he can, or like help him get through by like knocking more jaggedy bits of tree out of the way.
Sure.
And he's also going to.
Good.
He's also just going to kind of like offhand comment, is there anything that you can do to help him through, Tuppy? Because I don't remember what Tuppy can do.
Adam fully
Good,
forgot to pull
good.
up his character sheets. Give me a second.
Good question.
I forgot that they had changed him from what he originally was. Yes, I can. Hey, Chapel, you're doing great. Take a point of bardic inspiration, Chapel. You get a D8 to add to your roll.
Hell yeah.
I just love the idea that like this little pseudo dragon is just super encouraging. All right, so with Melisandus's assistance, since he's taking his turn to aid you, you will roll the next when it gets to be your turn, Chapel. You'll roll with advantage, and you'll get the die 8 of bardic inspiration.
Okay.
So you are well equipped to not sucking. That brings us to Hale.
What does the foliage look like over this? Okay, so I have 2 questions. Number 1, is the pond roughly circular shaped? Like, is it about as wide across at all points? Not like a perfect circle, obviously.
Yeah, it is a pond, so it's not perfectly round, but yeah, I mean it's roughly 15 by 15.
Cool. Hale's gonna run around it because that is about, using math. It's 15 by 15. It's roughly 50 feet around in circumference, which means about 30 feet around this way. So Hale's gonna just run around it.
I will point out that the foliage around it is fairly dense. Getting around it is going to be half your move, so you will not move on this round if you do
that. So even if I dash and get fully around?
You would... Here's how we're going to play that. You could do that. You could get all the way around with a move and a dash, but I would say that you'll be like, having just kind of fought your way through all this dense foliage, you will be at disadvantage to your next check.
Got it. Okay. Next question then. If seeing what happened there, I can clear 14 feet. Can I take my full movement if I run, do the 10-foot run up, jump, take a little damage, and keep running?
Yeah.
Cool. We're going to do that.
Okay. So you kind of backpedal a little bit. You run forward. You leap. You don't need to roll an athletics check. That's just how the jump rules work. You are going to land just on the very far edge of the pond. Splash. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, if you would.
Nice. All right, let me actually see what I add to that. Total of 21.
Okay, so you do make the save, meaning you take half. So you will take 5 points of acid damage.
And that's already halved?
That is already halved.
Okay, cool. And then Hale will clamber out and keep running.
Cool. I need Hale to roll a
D10.
1. Actually, we've gotten down to a point now. Oh, yeah, you roll a D10 since you're rolling physical dice. Just re-roll 2s, 3s,
7s,
and 7s.
All right. 10.
Okay. Thank you very much. Let me get the new one into place, and then I will have you move your character. While that's happening, Chapel.
Oh, very briefly, I think Hale's going to yell back, "It hurts a little."
Stings a little bit.
Thanks.
Chapel.
Yep. I guess I'm going to continue to try with the acrobatics.
Okay. You are rolling with advantage and a D8.
Not for any of my help.
Then...
And if it's just bardic inspiration, if you roll really well, you can choose to hold on to that D8, right?
Yeah, if you don't want to spend the D8, you don't have to. If you think 20 is enough.
No, I think Chapel is frustrated with it just enough that 28 will be his roll to get out of the tree.
I'm not mad at that. That is a great roll. Yeah, you'll...
Because logically in his head, he goes, He's angry at himself because he miscalculated. It's his penance for trying to make a Terminator joke. It's really is what it boils down to.
This is what you get for anachronism.
Right?
You rolled more than double the DC with that extra 8. So here's what happens. You see Chapel like hearing Tuppy's encouragement, being frustrated with himself for miscalculating, hearing Tuppy's encouragement, it's like, no, I got this. And you reach back, you grab hold of Anissa's, like, the front part of her armor, and you kind of help move through and guide her through to the other side. So you guys are both through and on the other side, because a 28 is a phenomenal roll at this point.
All right.
So go ahead and put yourselves at we'll go with the middle row, Anissa, for the next one.
What?
You've been moved. Chapel rolled well enough that he reached through.
Yeah, I got that part. I'm very happy about that part. Am I supposed to do something in roll 20? That's my question.
Yep.
Yes, move to the next tile in roll 20.
Oh, like that?
Yep, perfect.
Okay, cool. I'm no longer stuck. Oh, okay, no longer stuck in the bushy bit. Now
Yes.
stuck around the pondy bit.
Yep.
Got it.
The dragon.
Thank you, Chapel.
I'm going to be clear. If he had not rolled a 28, that would not have worked.
No, totally not.
Gotcha.
I'm just glad that the dragon thing isn't eating my tuchus right now.
Like, with the 20, you would have gotten yourself through, no problem. It was helping Anissa through that was the result of the 28.
Gotcha.
Okay, so dragon refocusing flies up to the fallen tree. You see the dragon just exhale, like, over your shoulder. We'll say Anissa, since you were kind of the last one to kind of crawl through. Just as the dragon is coming up, and you actually see it exhale this greenish, almost like it's a gas, but it almost looks like viscous, like liquid. And you see it kind of consume the dead tree, and the tree starts to slowly just kind of rot and fall apart. As the dragon then pursues even further.
Oh,
Cool.
lords, that is really bad.
Mm-hmm.
All right. That is the Dregon. The Dregan. Welcome to Minnesota.
Dragon.
Lyle,
Dragon. Yeah.
you have a bonus action.
Oh, I sure do. Don't you know? So what Lyle's gonna do? Lyle will. It was so bad though. That accent was so bad.
And yet, we all still know people who actually talk like that.
Very
True.
true.
Lyle is going to reiterate what Hale said because they're not sure if everybody heard Hale. And so Lyle will say, the water does some damage. Jump what you can. And keep going. And then Lyle will bonus action teleport to their echo. And then double dash.
You go ahead and move yourself to the next map, or the next tile, rather.
And that 'tis my action.
Anissa. There is a murky-looking, disgusting pond that seems to be boiling for no reason without giving off any heat. The
Yes.
all around the pond is fairly dense. Going around it would take a lot of time, and the dragon is kind of right behind you.
I'm gonna Misty Step
Okay.
to the other side.
You successfully go ahead and move yourself to the next map, your next tile.
I'm sorry I can't bring anyone with me. It's just a me thing.
Yep.
And I give a little space. Like, I can go up to 30 feet, and since it's only 15 feet,
Yeah.
I go as far as I can see over there. And
Gotcha.
just, yeah,
Move yourself to the
That-
next tile.
seems like less
Melisandus,
death.
You can fly.
Yes.
Are you just going to fly
I do
over?
so.
Or you okay?
Yes.
Go ahead and move yourself to the next map or tile. God damn it! I used the right words. Hail.
I don't suppose I could do anything with this next obstacle since I've got a fly speed of 60 feet, could I?
Honestly, you probably could just fly past this next one, too. The fly spell is going to get you pretty dang far in this particular situation.
Yes! Solid spell choice.
So we'll say that you just bypass both of them. Roll me, since you're using roll 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Roll me a 6-sider.
6-sider, easily done. 4.
2, 3, 4, 5. All right. I would like to say that most of the artwork for this game was created by Night Cafe, which is an AI art generator where you get to add prompts to what you want to have depicted, and it does interpretations of it, and it's very cool. Some of the art was just stuff that I pulled off of Creative Commons, but as in it is fair use stuff. But some of the stuff that I thought was cooler, like this next one here, was from that. We'll get to that in a minute. So you get to there.
Beautiful.
All right. So after Melisandus is Hail. So to your turn, what you see before you, sir? Oh, let me remind myself where the fuck you are. Where is it?
The purplish looking one, which I recognize might not be helpful for someone who's colorblind. Sorry.
It's fine. It's more what on my table it is. Come on, where the fuck is it?
Is that an animal butt? In the purple in the middle?
I will describe for you in a second here once I find this goddamn thing. A large, bone-plated bear slumbers loudly just ahead.
Don't wake the bear. I think it would be bad.
So yes, the butt that you are seeing is a large bear butt.
So the two people that are in here with this large bone-plated bear are the two wearing heavy armor.
Yep.
Hey, it's the second bear butt we've seen in this adventure.
Oh, don't worry. After you wake it up, I'll run through there. I'll make plenty of noise. It'll attack me. It'll be all right. It'll be okay. I can take the hit. Maybe.
Okay. So how many people are behind? We just have Chapel behind me?
I have half
Yes.
plate.
Okay. It's already asleep. So I think what Hale's gonna do is if I just simply how far away is the space? Like, does a full move action like get me past it? Does like just a move and an action get me past this space?
I mean, a dash would get you past this finish. A move and a dash.
Okay. Shoot. Okay.
It's just whether or not you want to try to do so without waking the critter up.
Yeah, I want to. Well.
Oh, I have mithril armor. Never mind. I don't have disadvantage.
Yeah.
I have half plate. I have disadvantage.
Hale's not going to be sneaky regardless. He also has mithril, but does not have a great stealth. So I think Hale is just going to he's okay. So he's ready. He's gonna walk by. He'll try stealthing, with his movement.
Okay.
Walking slowly, and then he's gonna hold his action for if the bear wakes up, he's going to cast sleep on it.
Okay.
Hale has a movement of 35 feet.
Okay. Go ahead and make your stealth roll, please.
Got a total of 16, which is what I rolled on the die.
Okay.
Not awful.
No, that was actually a really good roll. The bear, however, rolled a 17. So it's...
How does it roll? It has what's its passive perception?
Because I'm the GM and I said so. David, you cast your
Rude.
spell.
Yep.
It is a wisdom save, I believe.
No, actually.
Oh, that's right. It's a hit point total.
It's a hit point total, which might not actually work, but we'll find out. So 11, 18, 25, that was 34, 33.
He is unaffected.
All right.
Good number of hit points, though. Yeah, he wakes up, sees you, and is going to take a single swipe at you with his claw.
Is this a legendary action?
No, he's just going to go on your turn.
Why?
Because I'm mean. You're lucky he's just doing a single swipe. Does a 19 hit you?
Nope.
Okay. So he swipes at you, but he's apparently a little sleepy, so he kind of misses.
All right. Cool. Well, in that case, I'm not going to use I don't think I'm going to use a bonus action. Let me just double check to make sure there's not anything I can do other than those two things. Yeah. All right. That's going to be it.
All right. Chapel.
So you say there's a lot of vegetation?
There's a fair amount of vegetation surrounding this pond.
You can jump it.
You can jump it. You can walk around it. It just slows you down.
Yeah, my jumping skill is not great because I'm 300 pounds of robot.
What's your strength score?
10.
Oh.
So you'd get 2/3 of the way.
I mean...
I'm built for more smarts than speed.
Yeah. You can use your action to dash, though, to get the rest of the way out.
Yeah. Just trying to think if there's has not a lot else I can really do. Yeah, I guess I'll just leap and then trudge through.
Okay. You take a running leap. You land right in the pond. Go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw, please.
If only I'd had levitate instead of fly. I'd have just cast that on Chapel and then ridden him past all of these obstacles like a surfboard.
Is it versus being poisoned?
It is not.
Okay. 16.
All right. You will take half of 9, which is 4 points of acid damage. For those watching, I know that half of 9 is 4.5. We round down. All right, you are now on the map with the cave bear. The Dregan, having obliterated the tree, simply moves forward to the pond. Lyle.
Bonus action, manifest an echo. Poof.
Okay.
And I want to manifest it. Like, how close to us is the bear? Close enough to swipe at Hale.
Hale had moved forward to. Hale had moved
to
forward
cast his
do
spell.
Hale had moved forward, and that's what woke the bear up in the first place.
Yeah.
The bear woke up, took a swipe at him, so he's probably about 30 odd feet away.
Okay. So I will manifest my echo 15 feet away from me and have it move toward the bear.
Okay.
And have it attack, which is not an action. Sorry. When I make an attack, I can attack with my echo, which I'm going to do as I continue to move. So I will slashy
Slasher.
with my short swords. Does an 18 hit?
An 18 is going to hit.
Cool. A whole 6 points of damage. 17. Will a 17 hit?
I'm almost positive. Yes, a 17 hit.
Cool. 4 points of damage, and he cannot regain hit points until the start of my next turn.
Okay. So yeah, the echo slashes into him twice. You're using scimitars, yeah?
Short swords.
Short swords, yeah. So the echo, the shadowy version of yourself, slashes into him twice. The bear lets out a growl of pain and anger, and is otherwise just appearing more angry than anything else.
But I do continue. I do move my 40 feet of movement, so I don't know if that gets me to the next one or no.
35 feet of movement does not. It did not.
Yeah, it is a move and a dash to get to the next one, so you were still
okay
on that side.
Okay, well, I move then.
All right, Anissa.
Yeah.
It is your turn.
This is my turn. Beast off bear. I wish I had things to make bear not pissed off, but I really don't. Yeah. I hit bear in attempts to distract it so other people can scurry.
Okay, go ahead and roll the hit. You can take your full attack if you want.
Yeah, I think I will. I've been using my sword, so I roll to hit. 17.
17 is going to hit.
Oh, score. Should I roll the other one right now, too? Yeah, that's what I did.
Might as well.
Oh, I do not hit the next time.
Nope, that is
I rolled 1 plus 5. Okay. I'm going to hit one time, though, which is 8 points of slashing damage.
Okay. So you swing at the bear as you run up. You kind of slash across its flank. It sort of bucks and moves as you come back around for your second attack. And rather than kind of hitting it with the sharp part of the blade, its haunch kind of bats your arm, and you sort of spank it almost.
Yeah, that works in a way. It's still distracting it so it's not eating somebody else as we all try to skedaddle.
Yeah. All right. That is your turn. Melisandus. As you break through the tree line, you see this massive field of blood-red flowers. You also see that your friends behind you are struggling with a sleeping bear, with a no longer sleeping bear. What do you do? Do you continue forward, or do you help your friends?
No, I will help my friends.
I'm sorry.
In air
your
quotes.
Companions. They haven't hit friends yet. As you fully threw them under the bus with the first conversation of this game.
Melisandus has no friends.
Unintentionally threw them under a bus, but fully threw them under a bus.
Was it though?
So how do you help your friends?
I will. Starting to run low on spell slots, so I don't want to cast anything too high. How close am I to the bear still?
You are what would be a standard double move away, so we'll say that you're about 60 away.
Okay. Then I am going to cast Toll the Dead on the bear.
Okay.
And it will have to make a wisdom saving throw.
What is a save or not?
Yes.
Rolling behind the board. Does a 12 do it?
It does not.
Right. Roll some damage, please.
It will take... Oh, that was a really terrible roll. 4 points of necrotic damage. Oh, that was miserable.
What does it look when you cast Toll the Dead? What does that look like for you?
Or sound like.
Or sound like?
Well, it's verbal and somatic components, so there's probably some suitably arcane hand gesture, but it's probably some line in Draconic about how death comes swiftly for you.
The bear lets out a yelp. He did not care for that. Tuppy.
And do I know anything about the red flowers in the field before me?
You can make an Arcana check.
Arcana, I like it. 19.
Okay, get to that in just a second. Hail. Real quick, on his turn, Tuppy uses his reaction, which we learned that you can do, and casts Silvery Barbs within 60. Oh, it has to be. Never mind. It has to be as a reaction to a roll.
Right.
Okay.
I mean, theoretically, he could have done it on against me on that Arcana check, but that would be kind of
pointless.
Not great.
I'll hold on to that for the time being. Anyway, your Arcana check is as you kind of scan over this field, these flowers resemble. You don't know. You rolled an Arcana, not a nature. You don't really know the specific type of flowers these are, but you do know that on occasion, druids and other things will do some measure of experimentation on flowers such as these, and they can have potentially deleterious and magical effects on people who pass over, through, or around them.
Gotcha.
Without like a detect magic or something like that, you're just wildly speculating at this point. But
yeah, and I've got fly concentrated on, so I don't have detect magic. Sadly.
All right. So, Toll the Dead, you are still there. Hale.
Hale's going to take the disengage action and move the rest of the way into the poppy field.
All right, move to the poppy field.
Can I, as a bonus action when I get there, can I do a Arcana or Nature or something of that effect too?
Sure. Arcana or nature?
What is better in my book? Definitely Arcana. We're gonna do that. Hale knows nothing. Here's
Fair
the
enough.
streak of the bad rolls, everyone. It's starting.
Okay.
That's Hale's turn.
That's Hale's turn. Moving forward, Chapel.
So Chapel sees this angry bear creature
Mm-hmm.
and is going to pretty much just run all out. However, going more on the defensive on this one will use my reaction to cast shield on myself if it takes a swing at me. If I
Okay.
get attacked by it.
As you run past, he is going to. He's in a lot of pain. He's real pissed off. He just got woken up from his nap. He is fully going to take that attack of opportunity on you. So you cast shield. I will roll to see if I hit.
Well, and you can cast it in reaction to being hit. You can see
Correct.
That's true. Is a 14 going to hit you?
No.
Okay. Tuppy is going to take that opportunity to cast his silvery barbs. As I try to remember what the fuck that actually does.
And I think silvery barbs, they might have to actually succeed on an attack roll.
True.
Yeah, you take when a creature you can see within 60 feet of yourself succeeds on an attack roll, ability
So he
check,
does
or
not
saving
cast
throw.
that again. I really want to cast the spell, y'all.
It's a
God damn
great
it.
spell.
All right, that's fine. Chapel, with your double move, you are able to get to the map, the poppy field place.
Okay.
I'm also having a great time imagining Tuppy like waiting for the opportunity to cast this spell, but just
I'm
keeps
about
getting
to give it
disappointed.
to
So it's
poor
just like,
Tuppy.
oh, oh.
All right. Well, the
Oh.
dragon gets to go.
Oh shit.
The dragon is going. I'm gonna make a thing here. Nope. We're gonna roll this behind the board. Okay. The dragon sort of eyes the pond suspiciously, and you see he takes the time to fly up and like way over, so he's not there yet. Lyle.
Lyle will look at Anissa and tell her to go. And with the echo,
Yeah.
is hopefully going to give Tuppy his chance. Does a 15 hit?
To hit the polar bear? Or sorry,
Yeah.
the cave bear?
The
Yeah.
bear. Mm-hmm. Cool. I succeeded on an attack roll.
You did.
He takes 7 points of damage.
Yeah, Tuppy casting silvery barbs would mean that you would possibly miss that attack roll.
Oh,
Yeah.
Silvery barbs, if like a bad guy succeeds, you cast silvery barbs, make them re-roll the thing they just did, and give advantage to somebody else. Like he's waiting for that polar bear to
he's waiting for the bear to attack. Okay,
Right.
Cool. Gotcha. So 7 points of damage.
Okay.
It's not 14. Don't believe it. I did not roll a 20.
Fair enough. 7 points of damage. The
Which-
bear lets out a loud pained squawk, but in bear.
Second attack.
Okay.
I doubt a 9 is going to hit.
No.
I will I will unleash my incarnation
Okay.
and make an additional melee attack.
Alrighty.
Do I get to choose which weapon it is with? Since I two-hand fight.
I'd say yeah.
Cool. 16 will hit, though.
16 is going to hit.
That's going to be for 9 points of damage.
bear is looking real not happy about all of that.
Cool. I'm gonna action surge.
Okay.
I am going to attack. To 25
Yeah.
for 9 points of damage.
The bear dies.
Oh. Okay. Well, I stab it again with my other sword, just 'cause.
Just for good measure.
Just for good measure. And then I will use my movement to run to the field of poppies.
Okay.
And, yeah. Can I, give it a sniff? Does it smell like these flowers are gonna make me sleep?
Go ahead and give it a sniff.
Lick them.
That comes next. I have to smell it first. It's an 18.
Okay. Go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw.
Shit. Sick!
So you see Lyle, runs up, he's like, oh, poppies, and immediately just falls over and goes to sleep.
I mean, I didn't even have to lick it. I figured out what they do.
I love that the first thing you do is I'm gonna sniff it to see if it makes me fall asleep.
I should have licked it instead.
Should have licked it. Anissa, it is your turn.
Oh my god.
This is like a comedy of errors chase scene. You can almost hear the Benny Hill music playing.
Pardon, I got lunch while I was checking on the kids. I am going to run away.
Okay.
Towards this poppies. From the pissed off bear.
The bear's
leaving.
dead.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean for it to die. I was going to leave it for the dragon.
I meant for it to die.
I wanted to leave it all pissed off and let it bite the dragon. Okay. Well, then I just run off to be with my companions. And don't sniff strongly. Grab a cloth from my bucket and cover my face or something.
You make it to the thing. That's what happens there. Melisandus. Under normal circumstances, I would be making you make a wisdom saving throw. However, you're an elf.
Yeah.
You are immune to the effect.
Heck
However,
yeah.
you do see Lyle fully just run up. Hey, what's this? Oh.
Okay. Melisandus will heave a long-suffering sigh, fly down to Lyle, and just kind of slap him in the face. Try to wake him up.
Them. And, yeah, you definitely try to wake them up. Tuppy, looking over your shoulder, goes, Lyle, now's not the time to sleep. Lyle, on the beginning of your next turn, you may roll another wisdom save with a bardic inspiration.
The slap doesn't wake me up?
Not immediately.
Oh, even damage doesn't do it. Okay.
So that is an action. You can take a move if you want, or you can wait.
No, I suppose I'll just go back up into the air so that I'm ready to dash in the air above the field of poppies.
Sounds good. I have to track Tuppy's use of bardic inspiration. Okay. Alrighty. Hail.
Hale's going to dash across the thing. Being that he does not need to breathe, he will not breathe.
That is what I suspected. Roll for me a d10.
You still want a D10?
I mean, do you? I guess roll a d6 and re-roll a 6.
All right.
So one of the 2 people in the group that has to worry about stopping to sniff the flowers intentionally stopped and sniffed the flowers.
Sniff the flowers. Smell the roses, baby. Always got to take time to do that. It was a 5.
Again, I will point out that I didn't lick them, at least.
That is, I guess, character growth.
So now I need to make a euphemism for licking the stone as well as sniffing the flowers.
You're welcome.
I'm getting so many euphemisms just from Lyle alone.
All right. Hale,
I'm here to help.
I moved to the next one down over here.
Cool, I see it. What is it?
It is a big honkin' lake, but we will get to that in a minute.
Cool.
I'm just imagining the chapel now, fully believe it, like coming up with the saying, "Don't stop to sniff the roses." Like this is cautionary advice.
Good
Don't
one.
do that.
Right?
'Tis a cautionary tale. Right. So you move all the way through. You get to the next one. There's a big fucking lake. We'll get to that in a minute. Chapel. You are also immune.
Well,
Lyle is
as I don't need to breathe, but I'm also immune to magical sleep, I'm just going to walk over, pick up Lyle.
That's fair. Move yourself to the other end of that tile, but you are still on that tile.
Fair. And I
Dragon.
take Lyle with me, is that okay?
Yeah, you've got Lyle with you.
All right.
Breath weapon has not recharged.
Thank God.
Yay, thank you.
Lyle, wisdom saving throw if you would. You do have a bardic inspiration of a d8.
Does a 14 save?
Sorry, I'm looking up the thing. A 14. So, because of the quiet encouragement whispered by Tubby, even through your sleeping state, you very groggily wake up.
Ugh.
So that was the beginning of your turn.
Cool.
You still have all of your stuff if you want. You are currently being carried by Chapel, though.
Oh, I'm being princess carried. I love it.
Yes.
Wait, princess carried or sack of potatoes carried?
Princess carried.
Probably not romantically or gently, though.
That's okay. I'm gonna take this for all it's worth and snuggle up against Chapel and I'm just gonna stay here.
Okay. Chapel is very cold and hard.
Mm-hmm.
And as Chapel has really no idea what romanticism is, because fleshlings confuse him, is wondering why Lyle is snuggling into his metal plates.
Because they're groggy.
Well, clearly they're just trying to make their mass closer to your center of gravity to make it easier for you to run.
Yeah.
That would be the logical choice.
Why
I'm
Lyle
a helper.
Why Lyle said 5 more minutes, Mom, as they did so is an anathema to you, but
definitely said that. Hey guys, don't smell the flowers. It's bad. It's really bad.
all right. Speaking of, Anissa, you are aware
Yeah?
smelling the flowers is probably going to be bad.
Yes. Breathing shallowly.
You can either breathe shallowly, you could attempt to hold your breath until you get across. In which case, what I would do is I would give you advantage on the wisdom saving throw.
Hold my breath and scream, I took us across.
Go ahead and roll your wisdom saving throw with advantage.
There it is. Well, that was rude. I rolled the exact same thing both times. 13.
That is rough.
I like part of me's like, maybe I should go prep my yard for fall, because at least then I'd be productive, because my character ain't doing shit.
As you start to like yawn and like, oh, you're just gonna take a nap right here, you hear from over Melisandus' shoulder as he's flying up ahead. Anissa, you got this! You don't need to roll. The DC is 14. You get a bardic inspiration. If you spend that, you stay awake.
Thank you! God, seriously?
You hear from
Tuppy is clutch.
Tuppy is really helpful at this one. Although Melisandus, I will say, Tuppy is like, God, you guys always need so much goddamn encouragement. I'm out. I'm done for the day. He is fully out of bardic inspirations, for the record.
Thank you, Tuppy. We appreciate you.
All right. So you move all the way across. You move fully across, Anissa. You can go down to the bottom.
I can scoot. Okay, I get to go play in the puddle now?
You get to go play in the puddle.
Okay.
Melisandus.
Melisandus will fly over the poppies.
Okay. You get to the lake. You realize you can fly over the lake. However, nobody else can.
I think Melisandus is gonna kind of try to stay within about 60 feet of everybody, so he can. He's gonna try to stay within like 30 feet of everybody, but he'll probably go like partway over the lake.
Okay. So you move over the lake.
That will be what he does.
Big fucking lake.
Oh, wait. Hold on a second.
What?
We've been kind of journey. We've had at least one long rest together, yeah?
You have. However, the last thing you guys got was a short rest.
Doesn't matter. As long as we have had one long rest together, because at the end of every long rest, Melisandus ritually casts water breathing on the group, and it lasts for 24 hours. So everybody here that needs to breathe can breathe water.
That's super cool. Granted, I'll be walking on the bottom of the lake, but, you know.
But, like, if somebody starts to sink, you're not going to drown.
That's funny. All right, so bearing that in mind, everybody that requires water breathing has water breathing.
And same thing with Endure Elements. We all have that up for a day after every long rest as well.
Nice. Hale.
I gotta ask, is there any particular reason why we have to cross this lake? Could we divert in another direction?
You can. You absolutely can. What I would say is you can make either a history or a survival, or we'll go with nature check to kind of determine which is going to be the most advantageous direction to go.
We're going to do a history check.
All right. Please roll.
Hale doesn't know. I told you that last roll was the beginning of the bad streak, so Hale's just going to start walking into the water.
Okay, sounds good. Hale, you are walking in the water. You do not move on.
Fully submerged.
Yep.
Doesn't need to breathe, so we're good.
Chapel.
Well, since I don't need to breathe and I know that they can breathe, I'm just gonna do and just kind of keep going in the water.
Okay. You also, if you wish, can roll a history, nature, or survival check to see what is going to be the most advantageous course, or you can just follow Hale.
Actually, I'll do history. I got a relatively okay history, although I rolled a 12. That's
Yep. Nope. Yeah. So you don't really know. So you just follow Hale at that point.
yeah. I
Okay.
mean, I'm wearing half
Lyle,
plate.
you are very wet now.
Yeah, that tracks. Do I get to make a history check?
You can if you wish.
Or what's the other option?
History, nature, or survival were the ones that I suggested.
Definitely going with survival. Nope.
Yep. Nope. You are now very soggy.
Mm-hmm. I will kind of pat Chapel on the shoulder. Give them like a kiss on the cheek. And start going myself under my own power because I have more speed.
Fair enough.
So I will
moving
move and
through the
dash.
water, you are definitely at half speed.
Yes, so I will move and dash, so I still get to move 40 feet.
Got it. All right, Nisa.
Yeah. Can I roll that
You
survival?
Sure can.
Please be something you said. Not for fuck's sake. 8. I rolled a freaking 4.
I'm just gonna throw this out there. Physical dice are an option.
Yeah, I might go grab them.
Yeah, no, as far as you're concerned, getting wet is the way to go.
Seriously? Wait, can we even see the freaking other side of this lake? Like, what the fuck are... No! I'm not walking into the damn lake! And he says that's stupid!
Why not?
If
You're
I
not going to
cannot
drown. You'd
know-
be hidden from sight from the wormwood. It's stealthy. We're hiding.
We're literally just gonna go hide and get my drawers all soggy. And my boots flooded.
Well, I mean, you guys will be hiding. Melisandre is kind of flying above the air and is an easy target. Distraction.
Anissa is not going in the lake that she cannot see the other end of.
What does Anissa
Is there anything around the lake? Like, it's just like...
Make a perception check.
Like... Fuck you!
No, you do not.
There is nothing. There is only lake. You have no
There's
choice.
only lake
There is only
and maybe a
lake.
rock.
Yeah,
There's
you
nothing,
see kind
I'm
of like
blind.
like a rocky, like northern Minnesotan shore.
Just stupid. Can't believe
It's
it. By the way,
dice time.
by the way, for the people who cannot see what I rolled a nat 1 plus 1. Oh my god.
Anissa spends the rest of their turn
Swearing and
around
kicking
for
rocks.
something to do. Melisandre.
Melisandre is going to kind of take a look around and see if there's anything that he can
Make a perception
notice in the area that might be useful, since Anissa seems to really not want to go into the lake.
Oh my god, seriously.
Did you just roll a 1 also?
Yes!
Yes.
Yes, he did.
Okay, who cast a curse upon D&D Beyond? Who did it?
I got.
I believe it was
That-
roll 20. Roll
Was
20
it me?
cast the curse on D&D Beyond.
Yeah.
That's,
They don't want to
Melisandre's
be
gonna
friends
kinda
anymore, I guess.
Rumble a little bit at this, but then is going to attempt to pick up Anissa and just carry them with Fly across the lake.
We
All right,
cannot
well,
even see the other side.
go
Do you know how
ahead
many
and make-
miles that has to be?
Make a strength check.
Yeah, that's not going to be great. Yeah, no,
So
nothing
you go
doing.
down and like try to get your arms underneath her arms, and you're like, oh god, you're heavy.
Helping either. She's like, what are you doing?
What are you doing? Waiting for the wormwood?
Why did everyone just walk into the lake? Are we possessed? Is it like the flower patch where they all fell asleep? Is there something calling them into the lake? Nothing's calling me into the lake to just walk into it.
Is this
Everybody
where you would
just
prefer
walked
to make
without
your
any
stand
question.
against the huge ancient dragon?
I don't know, but it just seems flawed that everyone just walked into a giant lake we can't see the other side of with no questions asked.
I mean, to be fair,
I'm
I was
open to other
carried into the
ideas.
lake.
True. I'm sorry, Outsiders, what did you say?
To be fair,
I'm open to other ideas.
Oh, sorry.
What other ideas?
Exactly my point.
Oh, that was your point. Well, are you going into the lake?
I can fly. I don't have to. Look, I tried to pick you up. You're too heavy for me.
I'm going to keep my comments to myself about that.
What do you want from me?
Don't pick fights with worm. Why? Okay.
I didn't.
Do we
pick
have
any
a solution?
fights.
Do we have a solution for this wormwood besides running away from it?
The water of the lake is a solution.
You are prestidigitationing all my shit dry when this is done.
Fine.
I can't actually move into the lake now that I've resoluted the fact that I don't have any
Your turn,
fucking
you
other
may absolutely
choices.
do that.
Thank you for letting us have this argument.
I love Mouse like, fine, just get into the water.
Lisa's so annoyed. She's like, this is such a stupid plan. But I have no other plan. I'm stuck with
Exactly.
a stupid one.
I've
I've done so many things in my life.
I like how well this was going until just now. And then it just, we were trucking along. We were kind of like, a little damage here and there, whatever. And then just like, bam.
Fucking wall.
Hale is going to look around at the underwater topography around him to see if there is anything of use, any other direction he might go, that sort of thing. If he sees nothing on this check, he's going to just start trudging along the bottom of the lake.
Okay.
Maybe
the
there's a
other side.
secret city. Tunnel system. Fucking A.
Or maybe a secret underwater tunnel.
Secret
that.
tunnel.
So,
With our luck, it's probably a Kraken. It's fine.
Adam, I'm going to roll a perception check.
What'd you roll?
I'm going to roll a perception check.
Okay.
That one! On physical dice!
Everything has gone totally sideways. It's fine.
Seriously, we all just need to go
Everything's
outside
fine.
and rake leaves.
Oh,
Hale keeps walking!
beautiful disaster.
Oh my
Oh my
god.
god.
Whew, that's
Walking
how
through the
it
lake again.
Possibly the worst place to have a combat. Chapel.
Chapel just keeps trudging through. For anyone that sees, like, it almost looks like there's like a third glowing eye because he's got the goggles of night
Gotcha.
to kind of see in the dark, and he's just going to keep on.
Keep on trucking.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright. It's the dragon's turn. Oh, I don't need the polar
The
bear
dragon
anymore.
just needs a nap. So dragon can go take a nap. No, it's okay. Let them roll a 1.
Is that how that works? Because
Mm-hmm.
They gotta breathe.
He's
Well, I mean,
definitely.
they are technically a plant.
They got lungs and a nose and stuff.
If they have a breath weapon, they have breath.
Ooh, I like that point.
Yeah, but doesn't mean they need to breathe.
Kit,
We didn't.
why are you
Not how
trying
they
to
catch.
murder us?
I'm not. I just
know
love
you
how
are.
badly this is going in comedic ways.
there are golems that have breath weapons, and they don't need to breathe necessarily.
Brian, you're not helping. Just saying.
I mean, Chapel and Hale don't need to breathe, but they have to breathe to talk.
The dragon fully just dives into the water after you, gliding through the water.
Did we forget that dragon?
Wait, it ignores me and Anissa?
We're too ridiculous.
Oh, that's right. You guys are. No, it just moves up and it breath weapons you both.
Oh,
Ooh.
shit.
Just recovered its breath weapon. I need a... Where is it?
Don't suck.
Constitution
Right,
save.
Okay, I'm using a
what
real
save?
one.
Con save.
Con save. Ooh, that's not great.
That is a 4 plus 3. How about
Okay, well,
7?
Ooh.
We'll try a different D20
this-
next time.
One is definitely not going to make it, so I'm going to use the second use of my Colonel Shift and really hope that I roll a lot better on this con save.
You and I are doing great, man.
It was so close to being really good. Like, the digital die didn't even look like it was on the actual number. It looked like it was between that and 18.
I mean, to be fair, it was better than your previous save.
It was.
It was.
So for those of you who are paying attention, he rolled a 6 for the second save. You are both going to fail. So this dragon, seems to exhale, and as you're up close to it, you do realize that it's not actually breathing. You see it just opens its mouth, and these two little glands just pump out these small, barely perceptible spores that encompass the both of you.
Shit.
Wait, would this count? Would this count as an other magical effects for the magic resistance trait?
No.
Dang.
So that there is 56 points of poison damage.
I would be at negative 10.
Okay.
I would be at negative more than that.
What is your hit point total, and what does that take you negative?
Negative 10.
Is it 52?
56.
56.
So you're negative 6 right now?
Hold on.
Oh, sorry, I misheard.
Negative 24.
And what is your hit point total?
32.
Okay, so you're not just dead. And because you had swooped down to scoop up Anissa, when you drop to the ground unconscious, you don't take fall damage. Which would be then a failed death saving throw. All right.
And we're not in the lake yet, so we're not drowning when we wake up, too.
Well, technically,
We
you still
have
have
water
water
breathing.
breathing up, so...
Oh, we do. I forgot about that part.
Huh?
You could just as easily be underwater.
Splish.
Right, so... right, that's now a thing that happened.
This is going great.
It's going wonderful, you guys. Lyle, I would like for you to make a perception check, please.
Mm-hmm.
I think my
I
children
was
are
gonna roll my
rearranging
physical
furniture.
dice, god damn it! I was gonna roll my physical dice and I forgot. Can I roll my physical dice, please?
As I have not yet looked at your roll, I will say yes.
Okay, thank you. Because it's evil. Well, a 4 is not really better. Hey, that'll work though. A 21.
Yeah. You are aware both of the dragon's presence and of the fact that both Anissa and Melisandus have fallen.
Cool. I do not want to fight this fucking thing in the water. I will manifest an echo.
Okay.
I will so that's my bonus action. It's 15 feet ahead of me. By ahead of me, I mean I have turned back to the shore and I'm headed back toward them. So 15 feet that way. I will use my move and action to dash, which I know still only gets me my 40 feet. I'm hoping. Well, I don't know. So I'll go my 40 feet, and I can move my Echo 30 feet with no action. So I will also move my Echo the 30 feet, which means it'll still be ahead of me by like 5 feet.
Okay.
So I don't know how close to the shore I am.
You've moved 40.
Mm-hmm.
And you double moved.
Mm-hmm.
So here, let's do this.
Well, what's Chapel's movement? Because Chapel had carried me into the water.
True.
So, and then I moved my full, move and dash. So whatever Chapel's movement would be.
I'm 30 feet, so
halved, it would have been 15.
Right, but I moved and dashed potentially because I already had you in my arms at that point. So probably a total of 30 feet.
Okay.
Okay. So here's how this is going to work. I'm going to make use of the map that we have here. I need... Melisandus and Anissa are right there. The rest of you guys are over here. Okay. So Lyle, go ahead, and that is the amount of... That is how far you are away.
Mm-hmm.
You can go ahead and move your move. And this will be how we track that.
Okay.
Just so we're clear, how's the water affecting our movement?
It's having
it.
It.
Halves it.
Having it? Okay.
Yep. All right. Anissa, I need a death saving throw, if you please.
Only if it goes well. That's the only way it'll please me.
That's fair.
Don't think that's really how that works.
He said if it pleases me.
I mean, she can have the opinion that it pleases her if it works, or does displease her if it does not work.
So I rolled a real dice.
Okay.
Bonus rolls dice, in fact.
Awesome. Love that for you.
And it was a nat 1.
All right. You fail 2 death saving throws.
Woo!
Go back to roll 20.
I don't know that that's going to be better.
I have rolled so many ones everywhere.
Melisandus, it is your turn.
I'm trying another die now.
Make a death saving throw, please.
How about Pink Pong's die?
Oh, Jesus.
Try hers.
That's a character I haven't thought of in a fuck ton of years.
She's awesome, though. Miss Little, though.
Same. I miss those characters.
They were
All right,
awesome
Melisandus,
characters.
death save.
Please don't die.
Not a nat 1, but nope.
That is a failed death save. Now, fortunately for you, and when I say you, I mean both Melisandus and Anissa, Tuppy rolled a nat 20 on his saving throw against the poison damage. Saved for half, which brought him down to almost 0. But kind of moves a little bit, like crawls out of your like pocket, Melisandus, and nobody's awake to hear it, but does something. I need for Anissa and Melisandus to... Where are you at, buddy?
Just the moment where the GM goes, damn it, I didn't mean to kill you right now.
No, this is the moment where the support character rolls Mass Healing Word. The support NPC.
Same
so I need
thing.
Melisandus and Anissa to heal 6 points of damage. You are conscious. Tuppy heals it too, because he casts Mass Healing Word and gets everybody. So yeah, Tuppy, Melisandus, you wake up after just a brief vision of whatever afterlife you as an elf believe in. And you see Tuppy kind of hovering over your face, looking kind of racked, as he's like, "Oh, okay, we should go now, right?" And that is Tuppy's turn.
All hail Tuppy.
All hail Tuppy.
Right.
However, the dragon gets to go again between now and when you guys get to go, so this will be interesting. Hail.
Well, he's out of breath weapons anyway.
All right.
Possibly.
So, Hale's going to make a perception check because as of right now, he's oblivious to everything that just happened.
Accurate statement.
I will say that as Hale has continued trudging along, he is looking for a sign of a better place to go because even with average intelligence, he recognizes this isn't the answer. So I would ask that if he rolls really well, which he probably won't, but if he does, that information also be included in the answer. Okay. We finally broke the streak. A dirty 20.
With a dirty 20, you are aware of what is happening behind you. And at least you're aware that the Wormwood is there and that Melisandus and Anissa are both down and that Lyle is moving very quickly back to that group. You don't know anything about the heal because that was just it's too subtle at that point.
Yeah.
You kind of glance around, and as you do, kind of like, so you're at the bottom of this fucking lake.
Yeah.
And you're looking up, and you're now probably under about 30, maybe like 20 feet of water.
Yeah.
And kind of just at the edge of your vision, a little ways ahead, kind of right where your ability to see versus the kind of murkiness of the water starts to end, you just start to see something floating across the top, several somethings floating across the top of the water. They look like they might be boats.
Okay.
My cat is actively biting my foot.
What a jerk.
This is Yasha. Hey, stop with the attacking of my foot, please.
I'm surprised Ender has gone elsewhere. I told him to go bugger off because he was being a brat and go play with the kids, but I think he might have actually listened.
He might have actually fucked off.
Yes, he's a little extra needy. Being an only cat now. It's only been 2 weeks as of this weekend.
Oh, buddy.
I think. Can't do the math. Maybe 3 weeks now. I don't know. It's all a blur.
Hail.
So Hale's trying to decide between helping his friends, and he knows that there's not a big chance, and trying to find the boat and getting to the boats, which is, from his perspective, kind of their only recourse and like the thing that's going to save them if they're going So I actually think he's going to start swimming up toward the boats.
Okay.
And take a double move or whatever toward the
Make
boats.
make an athletics check to actually actively swim as opposed to just walking across the bottom.
Yeah. I gotta double check what my athletics is. 22 total.
Okay. Yeah, you are very effective. It's still still a double move to get there, but you're very effective at swimming up as opposed to just moving across the bottom. All right.
Very quick question. As we might have some bonus action things I can do. I'm here. How far? Nope. I'm probably out of range. Never mind. That will conclude my turn.
Right. So where are we at here? That was Hale. Well, this is where things get interesting.
Wait, that part wasn't interesting?
Yes, correct. That part was not interesting. Melisandus and Anissa. The two of you kind of laying on the beach, the rocky beach, having just been completely wrecked by this dragon who's now kind of hovering overhead, menacing you. And you see Tuppy very feebly, we gotta go. You start to notice a sound. And it's very subtle at first, but it gets progressively louder. Go ahead, both of you make perception checks, please.
Uh, 15.
Okay.
I rolled a 2.
Okay.
Plus 1, so 3. I will try another dice.
Anissa, you just hear the sound and kind of it's there, but you're still kind of I am not okay. Melisandus, you kind of look up and seek out, and you see this tiny, from the sky, coming from the direction of the lake, this tiny little speck seems to be moving at a significant speed in your direction. And as it gets closer, the sound gets closer, and you realize it's the sound of a voice screaming. And at first you think it's okay, this person is terrified. But then you realize this is elation. As this voice...
Did anybody else not hear that?
Sound cut out for me, but I'm assuming it was a woo.
It was a woohoo.
Yeah.
It was.
Okay.
Apparently not loud enough that my mic went, nope, fuck you.
It did, because it went whoop. Oh. It was kind of funny over here.
Apparently my mic just decided, nope, that's too loud, fuck you all.
We must protect the ears.
There it is.
1, 2,
Gonna
3,
make a quick roll. See how well this goes for him. Well, that was a 20.
I'm glad somebody's rolling well.
Okay, so you see this man flying, and it not like Melisandus was flying. This is somebody that appears to have somehow launched himself in this direction. And you see he plummets over, arcing through the air, and is rocketing directly towards this wormwood, right? And as he gets close enough, even now, Anissa, you see him. This is what he looks like. Except, pinwheeling through the air.
He has mutton chops.
Yes, and bare feet.
I'm sorry, all I can think of is when Kit and I are playing Sea of Thieves and we use the cannons. to launch ourselves at an island, and our characters are going through the air.
Above table, like meta talk. You're not far off. But he lands fully in the middle of this dragon.
Oh, that sounds painful. Just gonna put that out there.
Okay, I'll describe what happens here in just a second. Do. I just need to pull up the wormwood.
Woodward take some bashing damage as a humanoid gets flung into him.
They're both taking the fall damage. Stop being stupid. All right. So this crazy-eyed, bright, flaming red hair man. He's the size of a human. He does have pointed ears, but he doesn't appear to be elven in any way. Lands smack in the middle of the wormwood. Who is like heard the sound and kind of looked up, but was kind of just watching this thing progress like a train wreck or a plane crash. Like it just couldn't look away. And you see him just fully land in the center of this thing, grab on, and look down at the two of you. He's like, right, you should probably run. This is where it gets real interesting.
Did Scotty just take over?
Chapel.
Scotty just beamed down.
Scotty just beamed down, is going to try to fly a dragon?
Apparently. Hale, I would like for you to go ahead and make a perception check. Well, you've seen everybody else kind of moving off. Make a perception check with advantage, please.
Scotty's trying to hold on for 7 seconds.
Scotty doesn't know.
Yes, yeah, I can't, yeah. Yep.
So I apologize. Am I supposed to make perception?
Yes, sorry. Chapel, you are up, and it is... you need to make a perception. You can roll with advantage.
Okay. I'll go with the 19.
That seems like a good thing to go with. So yeah, you are aware that Anissa and Melisandus both went down. You are aware that Lyle has started to move back. You are aware that Hale is now moving towards something, and as you kind of follow the trajectory of his motion, you do see what appears to be boats are moving generally in your direction. They're obviously on the surface as opposed to underwater, but what do you do?
But I don't actually. I saw them fall. Do I actually see where they? Oh, I don't have that spell anyway. Okay, never mind. Yeah, I'm gonna move in. Like, if one could hear it, you'll hear a sigh under the water, and then I'll move back 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'll move and dash.
So you've moved and dashed. Awesome. The dragon. What the? Why? Okay, my computer's being stupid. Oh shit, what the fuck? Does not regen his breath weapon. is definitely
Yay!
annoyed at this crazy fucker on his back. And he's going to make some attacks on this guy on his back. Huh, miss. Miss. That'll hit. Okay, so you see, oh, and I should do... Okay, so you see the dragon kind of like, as the guy hit it, like kind of got bounced a little bit off the ground. You see it kind of like start to like, tear at it, and you see the head go back. Just with where this guy kind of is in the middle of this thing's back, it goes to bite him and it can't get him. It reaches back with one claw, and you see the guy kind of just roll to one side, laughing the entire time. The other claw goes back, but he kind of rolls into that other claw, which rakes across his back. Still laughing, but kind of a, oh god, you stupid son of a bitch. But even as that happens, you see some of the material, the plant material that makes up this wormwood's form, start to slowly reconstitute itself.
Oh no!
What an asshole.
That is the Dregan, though. Lyle.
Yeah, hi, it's me. Cool. So my echo is here.
Mm-hmm.
I can command it to move 30 feet. So it will move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 feet to here and still be within 30 feet of me. Is it within range to hit the dragon? Oh, there we go. Right here, baby. Nope. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Yes. We're going to put that, and we're going to do that on there to indicate that it's your shadow.
Okay.
That is within range to hit the Dregan.
Okay, cool. Whackety whackety, I roll to attackety.
All right, roll the hit.
Oh, what the hell?
11 plus 6 is 17. Does a 17 hit?
17 does not hit.
Okay.
Oh, I messed up.
What about a 19?
19 will just hit.
Okay. Well, that is helpful because that was my second attack. So it's my weapon of certain death.
Okay, cool.
So he is going to take 9 points of weapon damage and cannot regain hit points until the start of my next turn.
Awesome.
I think this is a good thing for us.
That is a very good thing for you.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
All right. Anything else, Lyle?
So hang on. I did not teleport. I just had him move, which is a free action. I'm just gonna move a smidge closer in the water. That I suppose that's my full movement in the water. That's fine, because that way I have more options if I need to pop another echo out. So that's my move and my action. I mean, why not? Nope, I already took my action surge. Oh, that makes me sad. But I can do my other use of Unleash Incarnation. So I will do that, and I will get an extra attack. It's an natural 18 plus stuff. So
18 on the die. Okay. Yes, you hit.
yeah, definitely. And then 5 plus 3 is 8 points of damage.
All right.
Just gonna help whittle away at this thing, maybe, possibly, perhaps.
Was that your weapon of certain death, or was that the other one?
That was my weapon of certain death.
Okay. So he no longer can heal 17 points of damage. All right. Anissa,
Yeah,
it's your turn.
great. I'm gonna lay on hands can only happen to one person. It says just says
Yes.
touch, right?
Yep.
A creature, yes.
Sorry, point of clarification real quick. I apologize. GM, the short sword states that the target cannot regain hit points, not that it can't regain the hit points from the damage dealt.
Oh, it cannot regain hit points. Period.
The target cannot regain hit points until the start of your next turn.
Sorry. Go ahead, Anissa.
I appreciate that point of clarification.
It is
No
a very good
apologies
point of
needed.
clarification.
I thought so.
Yeah, we'll just leave that. I'm gonna reach out and touch Malisandus
Mm-hmm.
and heal him 15
Okay.
points. Malisandus, feel better.
I do.
And I'm gonna, for my move action, get up.
Okay. That's half your move, actually.
And I might move a little bit. What is
If you
my
move
movement
out of
again?
its threatened range, you will provoke.
Is this still threatened range?
Yes.
Is this still threatened range?
Yes.
10 feet? Okay, then I move there.
Okay.
I don't want it to hit me again, but I would like to back up a bit.
That's fair. Anything else?
Oh, I have bonus actions.
Yes, you do.
Bonus action. It's within 10 feet of me right now, right?
It is currently, yes.
I'm going to do the Vow of Enmity.
Okay.
I
What does that do?
gain advantage on attack rolls against it for the next minute.
Okay. I love that.
So
That's great. All right.
that's a thing. Okay. I feel like I actually did something positive for the first time this game. All right. Next.
Melisandus.
Okay. So, this round, first thing we do is a Misty Step.
Okay. To where?
We are going to go 5, 10, 20, 30 feet this way.
Sounds good.
I will stand up with half my movement speed.
Okay.
Use the rest of my 30 feet to move 50 more feet away.
Okay.
And then I will throw a firebolt at it, I think.
Sounds like a plan. Go ahead and roll your spell attack, please.
Fire seems like it would be good. 18 total.
18 is not going to cut it.
That's all right. It felt a little bit blasphemous to attack a dragon of any kind anyway, so.
That's fair. Puppy.
That is move, standard, and bonus. So that
Yes,
now
it
has
is.
a turn.
Let me just
Can
double check
Hale
something here.
Oh, sorry, you're rechecking something. Sorry.
Yep. Uh, yeah, he's going to do that again. Melisandus and Anissa heal another 6 points of damage as Tuppy does another mass healing word.
Yay! Thank you, Tappy.
Oop, all right. Hale, what do you do? You are going to get to the boats this round if you continue.
Yeah, okay, that's what I was asked. So I'm gonna get to the boats. What's on the boats?
So do you break through like you swim to the surface?
Yes, and immediately upon doing so, it says, "Hello, we need help."
You see a group of various kind of sort of a hodgepodge of different races: humans, halflings, gnomes, dwarfs, and there's 6 boats, and each of them has maybe 2 or 3 people per boat, depending on their size, literally their size. But as you kind of pop up near one, you're kind of you near this human woman. She kind of looks down at you, and she gives you a grin, and it's definitely like crazy, but crazy like a fox kind of thing. And she's like, "I know," and she reaches down and she like grabs you by like the chest plate, and with incredible strength just hauls you into the boat. What do you think we're here for?
To help, hopefully. Because he didn't use this earlier, is gonna bless all of them to do what they got to do, and makes the sign.
She looks over to the shoreline where the battle is happening. She's like, "Well, hopefully the old man can hold out until we can get your friends in the boats."
Cool.
Fucking wormwoods.
Agreed. They're terrible. And I think that would probably complete his action or his turn for now. So helping them, he will offer himself up if he needs to help. Like, I don't know what the mechanism for the movement of this boat is, but like,
oh, they're fully rowboats.
Will offer his help rowing.
Yeah, no, she kind of she glances back at like the boat that she's in, like she's kind of in the bow and like directing a little bit. But you see there's like instead of one person in the middle like doing the rowboat, you see a halfling and a gnome, each one on an oar, and she kind of looks back at them and she's like, "Take over for them."
So yeah, Hale starts doing the
they
thing.
Like scurry out of the way, and as soon as they get like to the back of the boat, you see them like loading crossbows with bolts. Make a perception check.
Oh, actually, that's pretty good. I forget what I have to add to it, but I got a 17 on the die. So 21.
Okay. You see the bolts that they're loading, like right up until the very tip, they appear to be like standard bolt or like crossbow quarrels, but the very end of them appear to be made like instead of like a metal clad tip, they appear to be made out of some kind of tempered glass, and there's a liquid inside the glass.
Nice. I don't know anything.
But yeah, so you start the boats move collectively on actually the very next turn. They are now actually they are over Chapel right now. We will Chapel, you look overhead, there's a bunch of boats moving over the water. You actually see one kind of slow down, and you see a creature kind of dunk its whole head under the water, and you see it's kind of this blue skinned, you think maybe water genasi,
Okay.
but it sticks its whole head under the water and goes, "You want to lift?"
In Primordial, I'll say, if you think you can.
You see the arm comes down, grasps yours. He'll start pulling you up. We'll get to that on your turn. The dude is going to... God damn it, what is he going to do? cast a spell. And then... Yeah, he's crazy, not stupid. He casts a spell and then drinks a potion. Okay. So yeah, those of you on the shore, you see him just like smear some of the blood from like the open wound across his back, and then like smear it across his face. And as he does, this shield forms around his body, and seems to be flickering with this kind of pale red light. And then you see him like literally pull out a potion, pop it, down it, smash it on the ground, and then like as a complete aside, like headbutts the back of the dragon and says, "All right, you great beastie, let's go." That is his turn. Chapel, you are pulled up from the bottom of the water by this water genasi, who pulls you into the boat. You see some distance away this crazy flame-haired man on the back of the wormwood. Your friends are engaging. What do you do?
How far away am I from it?
The distance that you are on the map is the distance you are from the critter.
Oh, okay. All right, well, I'm gonna start shooting with my crossbow.
All right. Shot goes wide. That one hits. Oh, hang on. As you pull out your crossbow to shoot, you see one of the other people in this particular boat, a human woman. As you like start to load your bolt, she's like, "Oh no, try this one," and she hands you one of the glass tipped ones.
Okay.
So the first one goes wide. The second one you hit with. Go ahead and roll damage, and then roll an additional die 8 or die 6 rather.
And then a D8, you said?
D6.
Oh, sorry.
Nope, you're good.
D6. Ah, crap. Ignore the 8 on that.
It's okay.
So it'd just be the 5, not the 9.
Got it. Okay. As the coral impacts, the second coral impacts on the center mass of the wormwood, the water or the chemicals kind of splash into it and immediately ignite. And the dragon lets out a shriek of intense pain. Okay. You did some appreciable damage to it. You see the bits of like wood and leaves that are making up its kind of core are starting to scorch. And yeah. Anything else you want to do?
No, I'm in the boat, and that's pretty much it at this point.
All right. The dragon is not loving the fact that it is getting wailed on by from multiple different quarters. Really just wants to fuck up this one guy. So it's going to fly up. This is going to provoke from... Can you make...
Yes, I can.
You can make an attack of opportunity? Okay.
I sure can.
Go ahead and make an attack of opportunity with your shadow.
Oh, I wish I had stayed 5 feet closer.
Natural 20. Shit you not.
What? All right. Roll some crit damage there.
Oh, I sure will. And yeah. That vicious short sword, it will take an additional 7 damage.
Nice.
So that's a 5. That's a 3, which is 8, plus 3 is 11, plus 7 is 18.
So total of 18?
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, as it starts to fly up, you lash out with one of your blades, and you cut it kind of right along the underside, slashing into one of what appears to be like the limbs that kind of is like very center mass, like would be a spine on a living creature, or on a on a mammal. And you see it crack and break as you rake your blade across it, and the thing lets out a sort of rustling roar. It does continue to fly up, but you've heard it pretty good. It did move and dash though, because I wanted to get up and out of the range of some of the archers, so he is not able to attack the guy. Bringing us to Lyle, it is your turn.
How far up is it?
80 feet.
Oh, god damn it. There's not really anything I can do with that. So, well, I guess I do have a crossbow, whose range happens to be exactly 80 feet.
Yep. It's
So,
actually bigger than that, but you'd be rolling with disadvantage. But yeah, you can hit him at 80 feet without having to roll disadvantage.
yeah. So I will switch to my crossbow. Here's my question.
Here's my answer.
There's a combatant on the back of this dragon.
Yes.
Can I be considered having flanking?
No.
Okay.
Let's try
Worth a try. Okay. Let me just double check. Make sure that I'm not doing... Okay. I just wanted to make sure that the echo could do ranged damage and wasn't limited to melee attacks. So,
Gotcha.
Can in fact, so we are going to fire the crossbow twice.
All right. Go ahead and roll it up.
14 plus 6 is a 20, which I think hits.
20 will hit.
This is a D8, not a D6. We're going to do...
Waste him with your crossbow.
Exactly. 7 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
And then the second one. That's a nat 1.
Okay, so that will fly past.
Yes.
But yeah, you managed to fire another shot right into the center of it and lets out another...
Yes. And I will move my echo on the off chance that the dragon gets its breath weapon attack back. I want to make my echo hopefully enough of a shoot at me because I keep hitting you. So I'm going to move because it's not going to really impact what I'm doing. I just have to stay within 30 feet of myself. Okay, we can do one square. All right. So I'm hoping to make my echo enough of a target that if the breath weapon gets back, that he'll hit that, and then maybe not any of the rest of us.
Okay, sounds good.
And that will be my turn.
Anissa.
I'm gonna lay on hands myself.
Okay.
Give myself 8 points of... No, not 9 points. 8 points. It does not want to listen to me. There. 8 points of healing. And then I'm gonna ready in action to hit it if it ever comes near me again.
That's fair.
Wait, I already did an action. Never mind. Action was my healing.
Oh, yes.
So I'm gonna go like that. Actually, no, I don't want to get breath weaponed again. So I'm just gonna spread out the target space a little bit of things it's aiming at. So if it does breath weapon again, it's not like
Sure. Yeah.
all of us getting whacked.
Good
So
call.
that is all I do.
Okay.
'Cause
Melisandus.
I don't have range.
Okay. So Melisandus is he wants the mobility. He's gonna cast fly on himself again.
Okay. You cast fly
He's
at all?
gonna go up into the air 60
Okay.
feet, so he's not in a direct line with Anissa anymore in case of that breath weapon. That was a standard action to cast. It's not a cantrip. I don't have any bonus action cantrips. So that will be all Melisandus does this round.
All right. Hale, we're going to have the boats kind of go on your turn.
Sure. Sounds good to me.
You guys catch up to Lyle.
Does Lyle want to be scooped up?
Sure.
Yeah, you see the burly woman kind of at the head of who's kind of guiding Hale's boat as they pull up. She kind of glances over at Hale. She's like, "One of yours?"
Yep. Pick them up.
Excuse me, my kind Cadoran friend. Would you like to make a timely escape?
She knows what I am.
Apparently.
Okay. Thank you. Yes.
They help you into the boat. She kind of glances over at Anissa and Melisandus. She glances over at Anissa and Melisandus, also looks over at Hale. Again, yours?
Yep.
If you'd like to go, now is the time. And then Hale, it is your turn.
Question.
Yeah.
Who looks the most damage out of everybody?
Make a... Well, is anybody bloodied? We'll go with that.
Nope.
Anissa's bloodied.
Not anymore.
Melisandus is no longer bloodied.
Bloodied is less than half, right?
Yeah, that's what we usually say, yeah.
You see the guy on the back of the thing, even though he's way the fuck up there, he is also bloodied.
I don't have the range for that, unfortunately. Hell casts Sanctuary on Anissa.
Okay.
So that's a bonus action. I'm going to assume my movement was the rowing of the boat.
No.
No? Okay.
No. The boat? Oh, no, you were physically rowing the boat. Yes, that will be your move. If you were just riding in the boat, I wouldn't count that against you. But
No. I was not riding in the boat. Okay, I don't think anybody has conditions on it. How far up is the dragon at this point?
80 feet.
Okay. How bad does it look hurt?
I mean, if a plant can be bloodied.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think that's going to work. Okay. I guess that's it then.
Okay. After Hale is the dude on the back of the dragon.
Go, crazy dude, go.
All right, you great beastie. Let's see what you got.
Make us proud.
And he starts attacking the dragon. Out of curiosity, can you guys see what I just rolled in Roll20?
No.
Okay.
No, I think you've got it set.
That was a secret one.
All right.
Only game masteriness.
We've seen some of your other rolls, but not that one.
Some of them, I'm not sure how the GM rolling thing works, so I wasn't sure if you guys could see them or not. So I was choosing kind of when to or not to roll above board, so to speak.
Sure.
He swings twice. Actually, he gets 3 attacks. But he wants to save his bonus action. He swings twice, hits once. Wow. For a not insignificant amount of damage. Then you see him. Well, so yeah, you see him swing once, and it just kind of the dragon kind of bucks at the wrong second, and it kind of misses. You see him stab down with his other hand, and this time it goes directly into again that kind of main brace that would be a spine, and you hear a creak and a snap as he does so. The thing is still moving, but it lets out a yell of pain as he yanks that out. He's like, "All right, you beastie, let's see if you can follow." And then he just disappears off the creature's back, reappears roughly 30 feet over the water. I don't have a mini for him. Give me a second. Roughly 30 feet over the water, but kind of away from the rest of y'all.
Not to entice the dragon over the boat.
Yeah, he's definitely trying to draw the dragon away. And then I have to do one of these for the dragon. What is the wormwood? A decent save. Oh, but that fails. Okay. He then plummets into the water. I don't know what happened there. He actually, he appears about 50 feet above the water, but then, no, he appears the full 80 feet above, but he just kind of teleported laterally, about 30 feet away and then plummets. But as he does so, you see him kind of turn and, go into a full dive. He still takes damage, but he takes less because he's actually, diving. So that'll be that. As he hits the water, those of you who are paying attention, he actually seems to sizzle a little bit as the water reacts to the shield around his body. And that's his turn. Chapel.
I think Chapel's going to keep pecking away at it with the crossbow.
Okay, they keep handing you these specialized quarrels, so
that's fair. No, whoops, ignore that roll. Sorry.
Okay, it's fine.
I was trying to, because I think I'm far enough away I have to roll with disadvantage.
Yes.
So first shot, not great. 10.
10's not going to do it.
And then second shot, nat 1. Okay.
All right, both shots go
rough
wide.
Game.
Well, he is rolling
it's with disadvantage, so I mean, I'm already kind of SOL.
Yep.
So yeah, just using my Van Helsing crossbow.
I love it. All right, so here's my question to the remaining group. The dragon, the wormwood, is at this point compelled to go after the guy. He's going to continue to draw it off. Are you going to continue fighting, or are you going to get in the boats and leave?
I'm going to get in the boat.
Okay.
I'm not going to try to chase after a dragon that I could not possibly keep up with.
Yeah, Malisanus didn't really have any. He didn't have any desire to fight the dragon in the first place because, again, felt a little bit blasphemous. So he's just going to fly over the boat.
Okay. So as the group of you kind of pile onto the boat, you see the burly woman seems to be kind of calling the shots, not just for the boat that she's in, but for the rest of the boats too. Once everybody's kind of at least within proximity, she's like, all right, the boss is going to draw it off. Let's go. That's his voice. Sorry. She's like, all right, the boss is going to draw it off. Let's go. And so the boats kind of turn and they start moving across the lake towards relative safety.
And who is your boss?
You see she kind of, she smirks a little bit. And she's like, oh, you haven't heard the stories of Crazy DeRay. Wow.
Crazy DeRay?
Crazy DeRay. You're in for a treat. D-A-R-A-Y. I was going to try to end it a little before 4. I know we're a little bit more before 4, but I think this is a good stopping point.
Sure.
I agree.
Yeah, that's where we're going to call it. Thank you, everybody, for joining us and watching this craziness unfold. I do appreciate all of y'all for playing. I hope you guys had a good time.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Despite some unfortunate die rolls.
Yeah.
Failure part of the fun.
I don't mind getting saved. It's great. We're the
Kept it
heroes, but somebody
interesting.
can save us. You know? It's all good.
But
Yeah.
yeah, so I want to thank everybody for watching. Tune in a couple of weeks. We'll be back with the conclusion of this, whatever this, not the conclusion, but the next step of this craziness. And yeah, we will see you all later.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Bye, everybody.